dude, how they give a DLC concept DLC? That's like, yo.
Dude, what do I feel like? We all said that we think she's really good, and then Tweek's gonna be like, well, she's bottom 5.
Yep.
This character is dog shit.
I would never say something that.
She's like, you guys are just dumb.
If you're gonna be a top 5 character, dude, you gotta have
some
shit.
Broken.
Because like there's Joker Gun, there's Quick Attack, like there's Flip Jump, right? Like there's all these like crazy things. Oh yeah. There's so many Warios that like barely skid, like they lose game 1, game 2, they're like gonna fucking lose, and then they get up tilt off, and then they like literally just win the set. Like I've seen that happen so many times, and it really fucks with the consistency of the character because
What's up? What's up? Yeah, we got Larry today.
The Lurr.
He got Larry's chair and his pillows.
Topic today is gonna be Pyra, Mythra, and the patch. That's it.
Surprise! You guys didn't expect that one, huh?
Yeah. Easy topic today. Once everyone gets in here in the next couple minutes, I'll get right into it. I'm gonna go through all 4 of us. We're all gonna talk about Pyra, Mythra. We're gonna start with Charles and end with me.
It's always end with you.
This guy's camping us out on the podcast.
He's always camping.
Because everything I say is the truth.
Correct,
and but yeah. Well, I'm actually just going from left to right, but Charles, what do you think of the character? The character's been out for like 5 seconds, so make a tier list right now. So
make a tier list right now. It's set in stone, and if you're wrong, we're flaming the living shit.
Actually, I tricked all of our guests today. We're actually making a Pyra and Mythra matchup chart right now, an objective one.
Oh wow!
We're actually making a Pyra matchup chart and then a Mythra matchup chart.
And then we're gonna make a Mythra Pyra matchup chart.
Yes.
And this is all factual, by the way. All factual, even in the next 2 years, even after the patches. We're predicting it all. We're taking all of that information into account for you guys.
All of the future offline tournaments are being taken into account. All the future results.
But I mean, okay, so I guess I'll start with like my very first like impression, right? Like you know, we had like 2 trailers. I saw them. Obviously we didn't know the frame data of Switch back then. And I was just like, dude, this character's like top 5 free, right? Because like a lot of us assumed that it would be the same frame data as Pokemon Trainer Switch. Obviously this Switch still has its niche. You get to keep your air drift. I think that's the biggest thing, right? So like you don't have Trainer Switch, but Mythra has a technically frame 2 air dodge. So it's like 1 frame slower with the bats. So bats activates frame 2. I think that's stronger than the actual Switch. I guess I'll get into that when I talk about Mythra. But yeah, like, so I've played Void, and you know, I didn't do the whole like day 1 we're dittoing bullshit. Like I just walked up to the setup. I was like, I just want to know if this character's good. I picked Fox, I picked Wolf. So these 2 characters, the 2 characters I play with, they are very good at landing in disadvantage in terms of like juggle situations. They have the fall speed, they have the landing hitboxes, right? That doesn't mean I land for free every time, but they can be a little harder to guess on landings because they just have the sheer fall speed and they have really good hitboxes to cover them. Obviously I was getting the living shit like edgeguarded out of Fox. Every time a new DLC character comes out and I play Fox, I'm like, how is this character going to edgeguard me at 20? Because it's just like literally every fucking DLC. But yeah, so I was dying at 20 to like Pyra 2 frames, right? Okay, whatever, right? We all knew that was going to be a thing. But it felt really hard to land against Mythra. The thing is, you don't take too much damage. So like when Fox hits you on a juggle, like it's going to hurt, right? Mythra hits me on a juggle. If it's a falling up air, you'll get like 1 more aerial, 10%. If it's just an up air, like 4 or 5%, right? Even like the general damage output, I was expecting like easy 0 to 50s, right? Like when I saw how fast like all of Mythra's moves were, but not so much the case. The damage output's actually pretty low. You're getting like in terms of true combos, you get like 25-ish%. And then after that, you get kind of like this really soft reset where they can like switch to Pyra and then get like some kind of soft reset with Pyra, or they stay Mythra and they're just abusing like the frame data, right? So it's kind of like Sheik and Fox where like you get these strings, you get these little soft resets, and if you're able to like nail those soft resets, you're gonna get more damage, more, you know, stage positioning and all that. So very like soft reset character, in my opinion, or at least Mythra. And then like Mythra has some pretty solid stuff for killing. Obviously Pyra is just gonna kill you at dummy low percents. You're gonna have like Pyra Dare is insane. You know, Dare, I've seen like Void like Dare do another like Dare reset into like up smash, get the kill, right? Or even like Dare up B. Even the damage output on Mythra and Pyra seem pretty similar at early percents, because Mythra will do like a string get 25, or like Pyra will do like grab down throw fair, and that's literally 25. So their damage output seems the same, but obviously you're probably gonna go Mythra early game because it's just like stronger neutral. But yeah, like, and then even like down tilt forward smash, down tilt neutral B with Mythra, super solid. You're not getting kills at like 50, right? But getting kills at like with a character with that strong of a neutral, getting kills like that, and especially off down tilt, because you got to realize like this character, I think the way this character pushes disadvantage is very like, it's like oppression session kind of deal, where it's just like you're gonna be put in disadvantage for a really long time. You probably won't take that much damage, but like it starts to add up. That's what it felt like, at least when I was playing Void. It's like oh my god, like been up there 5 times already. I haven't taken much damage, but holy shit, I'm still getting hit. Like he's just following and reacting, right? Because we're playing offline. And then getting the down tilt 2-frame into forward smash would kill me at Fox. Like Fox is obviously extremely light, should probably be heavier, but like I was dying at like 90 to like down tilt forward smash. So like with a little bit of rage from Mythra. So that's pretty solid, right? If you can get like 2-frame stuff. And I think what's really gonna like kind of teeter this character in terms of like, are they broken, are they not, is optimizing the witch time. Leffen made a tweet where he does the directional air dodge towards the stage. He like clips Ryu's up B with like the witch time of the air dodge, the directional air dodge, and then hits like a down tilt in the forward smash, right? Like that kind of stuff. If Mythra is going to be able to like solidly get stocks at like that, you know, 100 to 120 mark with like down tilt setups, that's when like the character gets scary, because like getting 120 damage with Mythra is not really that hard. The damage output is low, but your advantage state is so good, right? So it's like getting that damage isn't going to be hard, but it's like, can you close out the stock? Because there was also a lot of stocks where Void was just killing me with up air at 180, like straight up. He was like, because like the thing is, when the big weakness I'm going to see I feel like the character's going to have is if you can run away from Pyra. So like every time he had an advantage state, the only thing that felt consistent was the Pyra ledge trap. Like, oh, I hit you off stage, switch to Pyra. It's like kind of like Shulk switching to Smash Art for a ledge trap. That's what it like felt like to me. And that's where I was just like, well, you reacted to my normal get up with forward tilt, I'm dead as shit. Like, you got it. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. That felt like where Pyra was the strongest. In juggle situations, though, it felt very easy to move away from Pyra. So like, it's like, okay, I hold double jump, he switches like to Pyra and he like dashes left. I'm like, okay, double jump right with Wolf. Like you literally cannot catch me. And like the only thing you can maybe catch me with is a side B. That's like, in terms of like a burst option that goes really far out, that's like faster than literal Pyra's speed. That's like an attack that can close distance from where you're not, right? So as long as you watch out for that, I feel like it's going to be pretty easy to avoid Pyra, especially a lot of these meta characters. They're going to be really fast. Either in the air or in the ground, so they can like pretty much choose to not interact with Pyra. So for me, like having the option to switch to Pyra and kill someone really early, or just like up B out of shield, I think is going to be a really nice option. But like, I feel like what kind of setups does Mythra bring to the table and how consistent they are is going to be a big deal, and how much they can optimize the witch time effect. Because I even saw today on Twitter where like Pikachu did a back air, and then like Mythra spot dodges the back air. Pikachu back air on shield, like one of the safest things in the game, because like they can cross up or they can drift backwards, like back away from you. Like spot dodge, witch time, up smash, and also hitting things like Palutena Nair on shield. So multi hits, there's a lot of strong multi hits. So I don't know. To me, so far, at first I thought it was top 5. Then I was kind of like, after I played for, I was like, man, I don't know, like maybe top 15-ish. But after seeing like more of the tech and kind of like seeing the potential of like some of the down tilt neutral B confirms, the witch time stuff, I think the character is probably going to sit around like top 10-ish for me, anywhere between like top 10 to top 15. I'm not too sure yet, because another thing that I have to take into account too when I'm thinking about this stuff is all the nerfs, right? Like a lot of meta characters got nerfed, so like a lot of other characters are going down, and then I'm trying to like place this character somewhere, but like other characters, like a lot of things shifted on the top end, which is like something we usually don't get with these patches. Nintendo's usually like super conservative with the patch. But they came out with a lot of nerfs. That general direction, I kind of don't like as a commentator / spectator, but I understand as a competitor, like dealing with stupid shit like waft or whatever, like can be frustrating, right? Like, but as a commentator / spectator, I'm kind of bummed out because anytime nerfs happen, it slows the game down, right? And like usually spectators want to see like the games happen like at a quick pace, like as fast of a pace as possible. So, yeah, I think the nerfs, like I don't know, the WARIO's one were crazy. Like I still think Palu might still be pretty decent. She got hit hard, and like on top of all the other stuff that she got hit by, like the down throw stuff and all that. Zero Suit kind of got like tapped. Like I don't think they didn't touch flip kick, right, or flip jump. You touch flip jump, that's the equivalent of touching Wario Waft. Like it's a core aspect of the character. It's like their best move, right? So I don't know. The WARIO definitely got hit the hardest in this patch. I actually think WARIO's the hardest hitting, but I'm going off topic. But anyway, Mythra Pyra, yeah, that's like my general like thoughts so far of the information we know. I'll say like around like top 10.
Larry, what do you think?
I personally believe Mythra Pyra could end up being one of the best characters in the game. That's just what I've gotten from the short amount of time we've played them. For me, what I think is going to be the deciding factor is how good is Pyra. I think she's going to be one of the harder characters to fully like perfect just because of how slow she is, and I just think that people are going to be more invested in Mythra. So because of that, I feel like with a lot of the Mythra Pyra players we're going to see, they're going to have a really good Mythra, and then they're going to switch to Pyra, and it's just going to be hard to do everything. But I do believe that she's going to have some solid tools. Like, obviously, it's not going to be as good as Mythra, so you're going to want to start Mythra, and then, when neutral, let's trap, stuff like that. And then, you want to use Pyra more in advantage. But I feel like once people get better with Pyra, she's going to get stupid early kills. Is it going to be consistent? I don't know, but I do think that how good the character is going to lie with how well it's going to be, or how easy it's going to be to utilize Pyra. And then for Mythra, when I first saw her play, it kind of reminded me, this is going to sound weird, but it kind of reminded me of Meta Knight in the sense that a lot of her attacks, they're not super active, so you're going to have to be precise with how you throw out your moves. Because her swings are just super, super fast. And it's like, even when because I played Mythra offline with a jump steady, and there's so many times where I was swinging at, like I was throwing out a move that would hit with almost every other character, but I was off by like a frame or two, and because her moves just come out so fast, I just whiffed so much. So I feel like that's going to be it's going to take people to get time, or it's going to take people time to get used to with the character. And then what Charles was saying about her bats within is also pretty ridiculous. I also saw that Leffen thing, and just the fact that Mythra can, it seems like it's going to be not super, super difficult to do, especially because I feel like you're going to be able to mix in chasing the opponent off stage, and then mixing up aggressive recovery, and then when they're going to do a panic recovery, you jump air dodge into them, and then you're back on stage, and then you just swing on them and kill them that way, or just put them in a worse spot. So yeah, I'm gonna end it there. Like, I think that the character is really, really good. I mean, this could just be me having a super knee-jerk reaction with how good the character is, but at the same time, I feel like I haven't really looked at a lot of DLC characters and thought to myself, wow, this character looks like absurdly good right off the bat.
Yeah.
So I do think she has a lot of potential. I think out of all the DLC characters we've had, aside from like Joker, maybe even Min Min, because Min's kind of weird too. Yeah, she has a lot of potential.
All right. Everyone thinks she's top tier so far. Marcus, what do you think?
She mean man weird. She's so it's interesting. The first day came out, played him for a little bit. I was sitting there and I was like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I was like, what makes this character like crazy? I saw that she was fast and she was really, really fast. Like Mythra was really fast. And Pyra, like if she hits you with one of her gigantic hitboxes, then you essentially die, right? And then that was it. And I was like, And then I went to sleep, right?
Yeah.
Woke up from my slumber. Oh, snap. Bro, if this character hits you one time with Mythra, she'll do like 20 or whatever, and she puts you in 8 million guess situations. Like she'll like do like forward tilt dash attack or something like that, or forward tilt dash attack. Most characters have to tech. So you get a free tech chase. She's fast enough where you can probably reaction tech chase. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to reaction tech chase.
You could probably throw out multiple moves, and then like you could probably cover like an option or two, and then react to other options.
Yeah,
like that's how fast everything is.
Yeah, I would do like dash down tilt, and if they teched in place, I would just do down tilt again. And if they like rolled somewhere else, I would just cover it with dash attack.
Yep.
Because dash attack is gigantic. That hitbox.
That move is so broken.
That move is
so broken.
Insane. So I was like, okay, that's a cool start. And then once you like learn like all the situations where you get the tech chases, then it's like, okay, well, where does my soft resets happen? Because I feel like people are just swinging and they don't know where the combo stops, so they lose their advantage state. And I'm like, all right, so they actually might be kind of crazy. And then I remembered something. Mythra has foresight. Dude, how they give a DLC concept DLC? That's like, yo, that's what that joint's crazy. We out here breaking out of stuff, but really the only thing you were normally getting in Smash 4 was like an up B, right? Which, mind you, getting an up B in Smash was crazy. In this game, you be getting F smashes. I'm like, what is this foresight? Like that joint is crazy. So the combination of like her speed and her having a crazy advantage state with like her burst range, you can sit there and there are a lot of ranges like it's like this. Like most people's burst range, like Fox's is like this, right? Mythra's is like this, like, and that doesn't probably make sense to any of y'all, but like there are characters like Ganon, their burst range is like this. Like, just to put it into perspective, like, and you'll be standing there and you'll like shield for a moment and she already dash grabbed you and you're like, why'd I do that? Like it's too fast. So neutral's crazy. Her advantage state is gonna be insane once people understand the soft reset situations.
Not overextending.
Yeah. And like people are ending combos with up B right now. I think that's a grief. Like I don't like it. I think you end the combo, like whatever, and you can switch to Pyra or you can stay Mythra and keep the advantage. Because when you do the up B, it's over. Like the situation just ends. And yeah, you got the damage, but like now they're getting back on stage for free, and you're like, was it really worth it when like you could have gone for something else? Like, because you can impression session with Mythra at the ledge, like you just do down tilt and like force them to do something because they're not gonna want to get hit by like down tilt forward air, down tilt back air, whatever, blah blah blah. Down tilt imagination essentially. So I've been thinking a lot about the character, and I'm like, wait a second, this might be crazy. My two biggest concerns is one, what Larry said. I don't think people are going to put enough time into Pyra. Pyra's actually pretty good. Like, obviously, she's going to struggle with like some of the better characters, right? But her hitboxes are gigantic, and actually, her being floaty is kind of crazy because her moves they're not fast by any means, but they're so gigantic that like you can mix up your timings of when you're gonna use your aerial because she's so floaty. So sometimes you can do like jump down air and it'll just hit, right? Like you just do a short hop down air, it'll hit. You can do short hop, slow fall down air. You can do short hop, fast fall down air. And between that, whenever you choose to fast fall and that floatiness, like it just mixes up the timing so well. So that makes Pyra kind of strong. Her ledge trapping is really good. And she does get some pretty good damage off of stuff. Her side B is pretty good. Her neutral B is insane. Some characters can't recover against it. She just jumps off stage and does neutral B, and
No end lag. Like
no end lag.
That's the crazy part.
Yeah, you stall it. You stall in the air for a little bit. Like if they try to go to the ledge, they just die. So that's pretty crazy. Side B, you get the footstool stuff that needs to get fleshed out over time. But Pyra has some stuff, but I don't know how much time people are gonna put into her, and that's a huge concern for me. And my other huge concern is I don't know. Like she's fast, obviously, like insanely fast, but so are most of the top tiers. So it's kind of hard to be like, this character's fast, so she's gonna be insane. Like Sonic is fast and he's insane. So like when you fight Sonic with another fast character, I mean, just as fast. Palutena is almost as fast. Joker has gun, like, and is pretty much just as fast. So it's like there are things that stop her Mythra, at least things that stop her like speed and like controls the pace at which she can play. So I'm kind of concerned about that. But so far she seems very potential to be like top 5, but I don't know how good she is right now. She's definitely like a top tier character, probably. Like I couldn't see her being like a high tier character, but yeah.
Dude, why do I feel like we all said that we think she's really good, and then Tweek's gonna be like, "Well, she's bottom 5."
Yep.
this character is dog shit.
I would never say something that.
She's like, you guys are just dumb. You don't know what you're talking about.
One last point though, there's a thing on Twitter with Mythra like foresighting Youngling's arrow and punishing, like hard punishing for it. That is gonna be insane. That's gonna be like Youngling's arrow. When you sit there and think about it, you're like, bro, that was unpunishable. No, this character can punish it. And multi-hits on shield, being able to foresight that and punish it, especially if you can punish it with F smash or up smash, like you can close out stocks at like 130.
And
like
they didn't even actually make a mistake.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything wrong.
It's a game-changing mechanic. It's like you're taking aspects of the game that were like, oh yeah, this is like safe to do on every character. Like shoot a fire arrow halfway across the stage, right? Like, and how many good projectile characters are there in the game? I think this like mechanic that Mythra brings to the table, that could be like the make or break thing for this character, that just like kind of gives it that cutting edge. Because like if you're gonna be a top 5 character, dude, you gotta have some shit.
Broken.
You gotta have some crazy shit, dude. Because like there's Joker gun, there's quick attack, like there's flip jump, right? Like there's all these like crazy things. Oh yeah. but so I think that is gonna be like their game changer mechanic for sure. Like they have a bunch of other solid stuff, but like yeah, being able to like, oh, I'm like halfway across the stage and Youngling, and like I was actually talking with Void about this morning. The thing about what made perfect shielding in previous Smash games so good against projectiles, and the reason why projectile characters weren't that good in previous Smash games is because you were planning on shielding anyway, right? So it's like you run up and you shield the projectile. Oh, did I time it perfectly? Oh, it perfect shields. I'm going to frame 1, drop my shield, and then punish, right? But you were planning on shielding anyway, right? So it's like a low-key option select. Like, oh, did I get the perfect shield? Punish. Did I not get the perfect shield? Still shield it. I'm still in this neutral position, right? Now with pairing, the way they made it is, it's like you're taking a risk, right? You're dropping your shield, right? And you cannot like cancel drop shield unless you do a jump. Like you cannot cancel your drop shield with another like shield. So it's a full-on commitment, and you don't get the parry freeze when they're so far away from you, right? So that's why projectiles are just much stronger in Ultimate, because of the way they changed that core mechanic there. But I think Mythra is going to go back to like being able to do that like perfect shield-esque kind of strategy, where it's like, I'm going to run up and like get close and shield. Oh, you shot a projectile? Like, let me react from my shield and roll into it and punish you. Right? So it's like you're not like taking the risk of dropping your shield. You're more so playing reactive from your shield with a roll, and like being able to like do that and get a punish like a forward smash on a Youngling fire arrow is fucking insane. Like that, like that's their. I feel like to me that's their strongest mechanic.
Okay, so something that I actually was gonna talk about at some point that you guys are talking about a little bit was like the soft resets with like the potential switches between Mythra and Pyra. Every time like I visualize this or see it or do it myself with the character, I think something is often missing when you do the switch from Mythra to Pyra. Like you
not switching.
Like, yeah, okay, I'll get into that. So I don't think you realistically would do a bread and butter Mythra thing into Pyra switch into kill. I don't think that should happen. Even against characters that don't have crazy landing options or escape options, the smoothness that like PT has with that sort of setup isn't there with Mythra and Pyra.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think everything relies on Mythra. I actually think the simplicity of Pyra as a character, I don't think there's anything too deep to look into. And I think with Mythra, it's everything. So like the foresight stuff, that is make or break. 100%. Because I really don't think Pyra's it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to like just like I don't want to have the opposite knee-jerk reaction that Larry's having with like the characters, like by saying like they're just bad. But I just can't. Pyra doesn't click for me. I can't see it. Mythra is great, but can you play Mythra 99% of the time is the question, right? And I think it's possible, and I think they're really good, but extremely game-changing or extremely game-breaking is really hard for me to say yes to right now. But Foresight could easily change that. Yeah. But I think there's a few things that aren't there for the character. Just a few, which is like, for a top tier or high tier character, like that's enough to like really change things. I think there's a couple things that might be missing for them, but I do think they're really good. Personally for me, I wasn't too interested from the beginning because like I already have my lineup. I can see a bunch of top players playing them. I think it's going to be kind of, I think some players are going to continue to play them, some people won't. I know we were talking like maybe off stream or earlier in the stream about some top players will stop, some top players will continue. I can see Void playing the character. I can see Ramen playing the character. Stuff like that. But I don't think they'll be like Rob popular or something like that. We'll see. They're definitely more popular than Sephiroth already, and I think it'll stay that way. Sephiroth kind of disappeared like quite a lot pretty much immediately. There's a few top players that play Sephiroth. Cosmos, I think Cosmos will definitely give the character a super honest shot and probably just main them. But yeah, I think in terms of every opinion I've seen, I think the least of the character out of everyone I've seen. Maybe I'm just too negative, but I don't know. It just feels like there's a couple things I can't even say it like the exact problem I have with the character, but I can't. There's a couple things that I feel like that are missing. It's so weird because Mythra is so fast, but in a way, it feels like a defensive style versus Mythra works so effectively, and I can't say why. I don't know why.
I think it's because of what I said, that her hitboxes just aren't that active.
Like
so. Yeah,
lots
you're
of
just gonna swing and you're gonna miss like a lot more easily.
Lots of bait and punish, lots of defensive play, and also we haven't talked about their recovery.
Yes, their recovery pretty dog shit.
Yo, side B looks like it would be so much better, but the hurt box is there on her side B. Mythra
Did
side
you guys
B.
see the spot dodge thing where you shield the first 4 hits, you spot dodge the last hit of Mythra side B, and then you just like Mario down smash it, and like she's just like staying right by the edge. So if you spot dodge that last hit, it's like a free down smash. Those characters, like once you hit their double jump off stage, it's over. They have the niche of having smash 4 air dodge, where like you can air dodge and still air dodge again with down B, but you're switching your character, right? So you know usually you want to like, to my knowledge, Mythra's recovery is better because you have like the side B option that
Yeah,
moves your character
100%.
forward, right?
And I'm pretty sure the up B height on the
Is higher,
charged
too.
up B is a
Higher.
little higher too.
Yes, because you get the
Just-
little hop up.
She also has
Also-
a better directional air dodge.
Yeah.
Recovery.
Is that
Pyra
too?
can't even grab the ledge backwards. Can she? Can she?
She can.
Okay.
Okay. But Pyra is heavier. Mythra does have like a better directional air dodge, and like her air dodge just comes out quicker because of the bats mechanic or whatever. Like hers is frame 2, and then Pyra, or like the special thing activates frame 2 for the witch time or whatever, and then Pyra's air dodge is frame 3. I'm pretty sure, 100% sure on that. But Pyra is definitely is heavier, like by 6 units, so like decently heavier. But like you're probably gonna be forced to switch to Mythra anyway when you like get hit off and recover.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm seeing that she can't grab the ledge backwards with up B Pyra. But I'm not positive. I think it might be like Ike though.
I feel like Pyra's just main strength is like setting her up for ledge traps, like reactive forward tilt ledge traps, and like up B out of shield. To me, like that's what that character is. Like you get like, and if you have them cornered too, like that's like a pretty good situation where it's like you have to deal with Dare kind of, or you gotta like try to jump over the character, right? But I feel like in neutral, Pyra is like pretty weak, like really weak. Like I feel like you have to like always try to set Pyra up.
I think so. My final thoughts on the character, I kind of like mentally checked out on them after like my initial thoughts. It's like that one of those characters where I'm leaving it up to everyone else, and I'll like formulate an opinion based off the more stuff I see. Right now, I think people might be having a knee-jerk reaction, but after the true potential of Foresight is make it or break it for my thoughts on the character. But I still think they're better than like pretty much every DLC that's been released, regardless.
Right, except Joker, obviously.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah.
But I guess my hot take that I was saying like before we went live is I think Sephiroth might be a stronger character, but that's another conversation because opinions on Sephiroth are pretty back and forth among the entire community. I think.
Yeah.
I think Sephiroth is very, very strong. But I don't know how.
It's so hard without offline data, right? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like Sephiroth is a character that's just like way better online or offline. So it's like, I don't know. It's really hard to like gather data, so to speak, right?
Well, then I think Sephiroth is one of those characters that not a lot of people are going to play. So
Yeah.
he's like his meta is going to be underdeveloped.
He's a traditional sword character, like, or a lot more traditional than most characters. Like, you know, he's not like pressing a bunch of stuff. His niche is extreme range. So
Right.
Yeah.
But the pacing is like
so
outside of one wing, it's like a little slower, right?
Yeah.
But like, but obviously, once you get the one wing, that's where it's like, okay, like now I have the option of like running away with the speed and abusing long range, or like closing in with Nair because I have like the extra resources, the extra speed. So
Sephiroth's Nair is so good. It's so good.
Bro,
Yes.
did y'all see when, because this is kind of on topic, did y'all see when Mythra spot dodged it and F smashed him for it? What is that? Why can you, like, you're like spot dodging like -3 moves and you're like, yo, F smash. Huh?
Her F smash is
Foresight
fast.
is the only thing like I need to see more of. It's like my eyes are set on Foresight.
And it's like a unique mechanic. It's like the actual mechanic itself. It's like it's a combination of VATS and Witch Time, but like we see it on something like a roll or a spot dodge. Like that's absolutely crazy, right?
Yeah. I forget what I was gonna say, but I guess we can get more into the patch. It's hard to say too much because it's been like a day and a half or something, but
Yeah.
So this patch was quite impactful, and I think it was pretty surprising because I think if we were to expect a big patch, I feel like most people would expect buffs. So the patch was pretty great, but in the opposite way we expected. Or at least I think most people, I haven't seen anyone upset about the patch really. So the first thing I want to talk about is Wario.
R.I.P.
Definitely the hardest nerf in the entire patch. I don't even know if that's up for debate.
No. Like this singular patch, just this patch, like
Yes.
that's free. I can definitely see it being a debate for the entire life of Ultimate.
Yeah,
Pichu got hit pretty hard.
I would
right?
probably give it to Pichu.
But it's like that. It's debatable, right? Like
Yeah.
that one is like comes a little close. There's been other characters that've been hit pretty hard. Like Olimar got hit pretty hard. Pichu got hit pretty hard. Palutena, like all the nerfs combined together, has gotten hit pretty hard comparatively to what she used to be able to do,
Yeah.
right? Like, so yeah, definitely up there in terms of just like in the group of hardest nerfed characters in the game.
He's the definite one where it's like, in terms of tier list placement, definitely changing based on the patch alone. Other characters is more up for debate, right? In terms of like actually dropping on the tier list. I don't know what you guys think. What do you think, Larry, about the Wario changes?
I mean, in terms of eliminating like one of his strongest and easiest kill confirms, they for sure did that because, you know, up tilt waft is basically dead.
Yeah.
At least I actually don't know. Like
It can still happen.
you're not gonna kill someone super early, I'm assuming, right? Because
Yeah.
you're not gonna get like a fully charged one.
Like there was already often times where it wasn't even true in the first place pre-patch because it was really frame tight. So that's the problem with making waft slower in any way, because there was waft setups that were a lot more frame tight, and those are the ones that are gonna be the way less common or straight up gone, period. And up tilt waft is like, it sucks to see that get nerfed because that was one that was more universal across the whole cast, because it's a grounded move and it's also like a great anti-air. But the easier ones that are like not frame tight are up air and neutral air, but neither of those are universal across the cast for two different reasons. Neutral air is extremely matchup dependent on if it connects to the second hit, and up air, a lot of the time if a character's size isn't big enough, you won't be landing a falling up air. And those are the ones that are going to stay for good because they're just so consistent and they're not frame tight. And having less ambiguous waft confirms and just having a lot less on the table makes it a lot harder to play Wario because he's a lot more linear with how he's going to try to KO you. Kind of like Smash 4. We all played Smash 4. Wario was terrible. He has
But
crazy.
hey, you can still up air waft and nair waft and Smash 4,
Exactly.
right?
But like he was praying for it the whole time. And I'm not gonna say that's exactly what Wario is like now, but it's closer to it than it was before. And it's gonna be hard, especially the matchups that were already like kind of waftless before, like Zero Suit, Pikachu, Sonic, Game & Watch. Now, like, good fucking luck.
You're never getting a waft on those characters ever. And like even Gavin, why don't you go over like some of the other confirms he lost? Obviously, he lost up tilt.
Yeah, I kind of cut Larry off because I was like getting more into like the specifics. We can get back more into like their opinions, but Dare Waft was a really weird one. Dare Half Waft, that's not gonna happen anymore as far as I'm aware. Because both versions of Waft are 3 frames slower. Half Waft was frame 5. Now
that's fast.
frame 8. So Dare Waft isn't gonna happen. Landing weak forward air into dash up Waft isn't gonna work anymore. Up throw Waft is not going to happen ever again. And then out of shield half waft is like frame 11 now. So straight up out of shield waft is like so scary to go for.
Even parry waft
is nerfed.
slower, like
Yeah,
I think for for like pairing an aerial to waft, people are gonna have to footstool now. Footstool waft.
Yeah.
Or like
Paired
mostly
footstool
on
waft.
rising aerials.
True, footstool.
Yeah, footstool waft could be a thing. Yeah. You know, you got to dig deep into the bag when you got to go into footstool.
Start going to footstool.
Oh shit! God damn.
So what do you think in terms of like Wario like lowering or staying on a tier list? What do you think, Larry, in terms of like his placement going forward, or at least to you?
So I think the thing with Wario, which is why he got nerfed, is I feel like at least in Japan. So from what I've noticed, like this nerf, it just feels like it had like a lot of Japanese player influence because Japan had a lot of Warios. I think he was becoming one of the strongest counterpick characters in Japan.
Yeah, he's even outside of Japan, mostly in Japan. He's actually one of the most popular characters at top level. Specifically top.
Well, there's you go to like Europe, there's a Wario there. You know, the US is a Wario there. Japan, there's a ton of Warios. So yeah, there's just a lot of Wario players.
Yeah, pocket or main, right? Like it's just like a very, very utilized character at the very tippity top level of the metagame. Like that, it's a very like common sight. It's like a matchup. Like if you don't at top level, if you're bad at the Wario matchup, you're gonna get fucked. Like don't like you're probably gonna have to play a Wario before you get into a top 8. Like almost guaranteed.
So me personally, I might be more on the optimistic side, but I feel like I'm not saying he's not like noticeably worse because he's definitely is.
Yeah.
But I feel like I think like the skill level ceiling is just higher, so you're gonna have to be like way more precise with like a lot more things in order to make the character work. Like compared to how he was previous patch. I mean, Tweek, you obviously know more about the character than I do, but I don't know. I don't know if he for sure dropped a tier.
No, not a tier. I wasn't specifying like a tier or anything. I just meant like individual spots. He is the most obvious one that could drop out of every. No, yeah. That I agree with. Like if you're putting it that way, I absolutely agree. He's still. I still think he's really good, but for sure, your level of precision with the character is going to have to be on point if you're gonna make certain things happen. I think one of the big ones he lost, honestly, that I don't think people have talked about as much is his juggling. I think he had some of the dumbest juggling in the game because his up tilt, like the hitbox is so disjointed, it lasted for so long, you could never land on top of Wario. It didn't matter, like, it almost didn't matter what character you were, you just could not land on top of Wario because up tilt was just there and it was just this huge hitbox. The perfect scenario for him is like, you land on top of him with an up tilt and he has a platform to up air waft you on. It's like you just died at fucking -10 for
basically
for jumping on me. I think your only option was to be mobile enough to abuse Wario's ground speed if you're trying to avoid being juggled by him, because his ground speed is quite slow, especially compared to his air speed. But yeah, I didn't expect Wario to be. I always thought Wario. I think he deserved a nerf. I didn't expect it to be like that much of an attack to the source of the character. That was like pretty scary. And I just didn't know when it was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen eventually. It just kind of sucks because in my head I view it as like he wasn't the priority on like the list. He was pretty high up there, but there's a handful of characters that keep like slipping by, and I'm just like, damn.
You're just giving those characters the side eye, like you're looking at Rob, like really, like you got through again.
And I would have really like, as a Wario player, I used to main Wario. Like I would have really liked some sort of compensation for neutral airs, like inconsistencies. because usually try to fix multi-hits, and they haven't even tried with Wario. I think if they fixed neutral air, like it just worked universally the same against the whole cast, along with his nerfs, he would be the exact same. And I would probably play him, because not many people know, but like that's the thing I can't deal with when I play Wario, is landing a neutral air and then like the second hit doesn't connect and like we're both shielding next to each other and now I'm just fucked. That I couldn't do that. But I do think he deserved a nerf, so it's fine. And I guess what do you think of the Wario changes? Do you think it's an exaggeration? What do you think, Marcus?
All right, here's the thing. Because I've watched 8 million tournaments.
Yeah.
Lots of Wario.
A lot of Wario. I've seen a lot of Wario. An extreme amount of Wario. And I've seen Wario win without Waft. So I've seen Wario win without Waft a lot. He still has down tilt dash attack. He still has F tilt 2 frame. He still has all that other weird confirms, falling forward air dash attack. Like he still has
that's the one. That is the one.
That joint is nice. He still has spike ledge trapping. He still has chomp. I mean, he still has like a really good amount of tools to succeed. He still has great stats.
Yeah.
But
one of the best recoveries, amazing weight.
Yeah, you just decide to go high. It's for some reason he's one of the heaviest characters in the game, despite moving like that in the air. But I've also seen a lot of sets where like you're up a stock, and I've personally played it where I'm up a stock and I'm thinking to myself, all right, I just need to avoid these WAF confirms and I should win. Now I'm not even thinking about that. I'm just playing the same game because I'm like, I'm not gonna get hit by falling up air, so I'm ahead. You have to hard read, you have to commit somewhere, and that's pretty drastic, especially in a tournament environment. Like the mental side of it, if you not having to worry about whether I'm gonna get hit by like a nair at 0 or I'm gonna get hit by a tech chase up tilt because I like rolled in or something like that. Like not worrying about like weird stuff like that is a lot less stressful, and it makes the character a lot worse. Because like for me personally, I do believe that there are some characters that are strictly better in tournament environments. It's just how it works. Like any character with like a meter mechanic or any comeback mechanic, like Lucario, for example. The stress of it in tournament can make you make mistakes once you start thinking about it. And Wario not being able to put that stress on you is really gonna hurt him.
Yeah,
I mean, he's still a really good character, but I don't know.
The number one thing I consider the most is how much worse his already hard matchups are. Like you were saying, that there was characters that pre-patch had the privilege in some way or another of avoiding specific confirms or all of them, like very easily, and now it's just like even worse, right? For me, that's what I keep considering the hard matchups. It's like it's not worth it anymore at all. I can't see a reason to even try. If the player is willing to just, you know, like do what they got to do, and you know, they probably should if they're trying to compete, right? But yeah, Charles and I talked about this a bit, like over the phone and stuff, but I want to hear what he has to say to the stream about the Wario changes.
I'm gonna be that guy right now. This character's fucking trash. Yeah, I said it. He's don't like. I'm not gonna sit here and try to like. Okay, look. I get it. He has solid combo games. You can get the back air kill. You can forward tilt ledge trap, right? Down tilt dash attack's pretty solid, but look, this was the core aspect of the character. Do you know how many Warios would be in top 8s of all these big tournaments if they didn't bullshit someone in pools or something you didn't see, but I saw because I'm standing behind and watching all these pools matches. I'm watching Ramen get fucking up tilt wafted in, like, you know what I mean, in the bracket or off stream or whatever against Abba and all that stuff. Like, I see that stuff. Like, there's so many Warios that like barely skid. Like, they lose game 1, game 2, they're like gonna fucking lose, and then they get up tilt waft, and then they like literally just win the set. Like, I've seen that happen so many times, and it really fucks with the consistency of the character, because when I look at a character, I don't look at a character and being like, oh yeah, like, you know, I've seen Wario win without waft. Like, of course you're gonna see Wario win without waft, right? But like, what about all the times he won with waft, right? What about all the matchups where like, oh, so all these bad matchups, right? What's the one thing that you can fucking bank on?
Yeah.
Where if I put you on the ledge, right, and like I can react to your grounded options, so you're gonna be forced to jump, and then I'm gonna try to get under you and anti-air you with my slow ass fucking character. But if I get it, I kill you at 40, right? Now that's not an option. Now, if Wario's in the air, just shield. Like, take the neutral B, you'll take damage, but you will not die at 40, right? You know how much mix-ups there are with like a Wario's jumping in front of you, right? Like up and down. So it's like there's so many timing mix-ups where it's like, is he gonna falling up air? Okay, like I want to get out of this situation. Am I gonna roll or what? And then even like just having a grounded option that goes into waft, right? Now his 2 options are aerial options. So if he is in the air, you know to shield. It's like Fox syndrome. If Fox is on the ground and you do not want to die, you will shield and you will not die. You might be on the ledge after, you might get grab forward throw, but you will not fucking die. So like that is huge.
The saddest part, or maybe the happiest part for people who, you know, a lot of people are happy Wario got nerfed because Wario's fucking bullshit. The thing about falling up air is he's not gonna go into the air, up air waft you. He has to fucking fall on you. At that point, this becomes literally reactionary, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
If Wario jumps at you and you're shielding, this is every patch. If Wario jumps at you and he wants to waft you at 40 so he can win the video game, and he's going to up air your shield, falling up air, he can't fucking rising up air and kill you. It probably won't even fucking hit your shield. If you roll away from Wario,
yep,
what happens?
Yep.
At that right moment between the jump and the start in the falling phase, right? He can't fucking touch you.
Yeah, unless he like reads
rinse,
the ball,
repeat.
and it's like
Rinse, repeat.
yeah, and it's like it's a core aspect to the game. And I was even talking with Void last night because like a big argument is like who got nerfed harder, right? Like Pichu or Wario. I think Wario, because Pichu, it's like, okay, your advantage state is not as strong, right? So like you're killing people like not as early. So then your weight gets more abused because they have more rage, right? But like Pichu had alternatives to forward tilt. Like you can down tilt somebody and down tilt the back air on ledge trap, and you can still kill someone. Down tilt's not as big as forward tilt, but like Wario doesn't have alternatives. Like he doesn't have other waft setups. Like they didn't compensate him for anything. So it's like I don't think people understand how different matchups are going to be played against Wario. Like literally, like people played around up tilt. Like that's how strong and easy that confirm was, and the fact that it was an intangible anti-air. Like that statement I just said is so broken in Smash, and especially in Ultimate where like jumping is really strong. Intangible anti-air that kills you at 40. Just let that settle into your brain real quick. Holy fuck, that is so broken. And the fact that he doesn't have that means that characters that played more air-based can do that now against Wario, and there's like way less risk. And wow, like does that character have a falling aerial that leads into a lot of damage like Fox or Palu or Sheik or whatever, right? Like wow, I can go for that and not fear death at 40. You know what I'm saying? And then like get my 40% combo for that risk reward. Like so many matchups that were like in Wario favor or even are just gonna like not be like that anymore. And like the risk reward of the whole dynamic of the matchup is just completely changed because like over half of his waft confirms it. Even when Wario's like coming down at you and you're like, dang, is he gonna like dare cross me up for a waft? Like all that stuff is just gone now. Like it's just those two things you're looking out for. And when I think of how good a character is, it's like, can this character be solo mained and like win an S tier tournament? Before, it was rough for Wario, and this is pre-patch. I thought this was hard for Wario. I thought it was hard, but I was like, it is possible. If they are very precise and on point, they're really good players, a top-level player can solo main Wario and win an S tier against all the best players in the world. I thought that was possible. Very hard, but possible. Now, not even close. No fucking way. You know how many bad matchups Wario had even pre-patch? Wario's matchup chart against top tiers specifically, aka the characters that mattered, Palutena, Pikachu, Joker. I just named probably 3 characters that were in the top 5 before this patch, and he lost to all of 3 of those pretty handily. Now, think about now. Like Gavin said it earlier, there's gonna be matchups where you literally just have to just raw waft people. There's like you have no way of setting it up except like sour nair is like the one thing you could probably do, because that sour up tilt was the only way before. So it's like you're literally like playing with like I'm just reading you with waft or reactionary punishing like a ledge roll with waft against a lot of these characters, and they were already hard. Game & Watch. Game & Watch is like how I don't even know how Wario can beat Game & Watch. Like it doesn't even seem possible now. Like they're all of Wario's like bad matchups against these top tier / popular characters are now even worse. So like, can someone play Wario as a counterpick character? Yeah, probably. Like, but there's so many matchups that I think are gonna be like borderline unwinnable at top level. That it's just like that. Solo maining that character and winning an S tier, I don't think it's possible. I literally don't think it's possible now. And that's me saying like Gluto and Tweek like enter the next S tier and they practice like because now you got to think all the Wario players, they have to relearn matchups. Like that, not having that out is such a huge deal. They literally have to relearn a bunch of matchups, and even matchups that were already dog shit, and they got to like relearn how to like even try to. Like how are you gonna kill Pikachu? Like what? Like it's just there's so many. I don't know. I think the character's high tier now. I just think the character's high tier. I think the character's like a Luigi, or like no, definitely better than Luigi in terms of consistency. But like in my opinion, to be in the top echelon of like the top 20 characters, your matchup spread against the top tiers have to be pretty good. And like he does not bring that to the table. I think he is still like a high tier character. He can fuck up a lot of the cast, but the ones that like really matter, like he doesn't really do well against, and I think that's a huge deal. I think like as a character he's great, but like the way he interacts with like a lot of the top tiers is just not that good.
I think something that definitely I should mention is Gluto, best Wario player in the world. He's still gonna play Wario. I'm just gonna say it now. He played Wario when Wario was debatably bottom 10 in the game and was beating people's asses. He's going to play Wario. He's going to win tournaments. He's going to do great in tournaments. A lot of people probably think I dropped Wario like yesterday because of the nerf. I dropped Wario almost a year ago. I don't play Wario anymore. I do think the nerfs are impactful. I think Gluto will do perfectly fine. He will figure it out. He played Wario when Wario sucked, and Wario definitely doesn't suck. He's just nerfed. So it's not the end of the world for like a player as talented as Gluto. Definitely want to get that out there. I already didn't play Wario anymore. I'm just sad because I like the character.
Right.
So it's been already over an hour. Let's get to the next character. I think
Talked a lot about Wario.
So Palutena had her dash attack, has a couple frames or a few frames of more lag on her dash attack.
Thank God.
Forward air is a couple frames. Yeah, -5. It's a couple frames more unsafe on shield. And
it's -5 now. It used to be -3.
Yeah, it used to be 3. Yeah.
And grab is normal. It was like
Grab is normal.
Let's go.
It was
Her
like,
grab is still pretty big.
Yeah.
It's like 3/4 the length of it used to be.
yeah,
Right.
maybe
Still very solid.
I thought it was like cut in half, but like that was just visually me looking at the comparison.
Well, there's like a fake image going around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fake news, dude.
Yeah, it's like a normal grab. So that's the other big one for sure. It was at first glance I was thinking like maybe even worse than Wario at first, but then like more thought, but they're both pretty bad. For me, I'm pretty excited about the forward air change because Diddy can now up smash back air and forward air. Diddy Kong, let's fucking go. And I'm pretty happy about dash attack too, because I thought it was really cringe how she could like spam it. I think that's pretty hype change. Yeah, what do you guys think? Let's start with Larry. What do you think about the Palutena changes?
They were definitely pretty big.
Yeah.
One of my practice partner plays Palu, and he was losing his shit. Well, dude, Jump Steady, he plays both Palu and Zero Suit, so he lost it.
Damn.
But no, I
Time
think
to play Brawlhalla.
Yeah.
Time for Brawlhalla, dude.
$1 million. $1 million pot. But yeah, I think they were pretty big. I mean, obviously, her forward air is less of a pressure tool. Like, I think, because I know people are probably going to compare the Zero Suit and the Palu Nair change. I feel like the reason why it's more important for Palu is because her neutral is far more linear. Like, there was less she could do in a lot of aspects compared to Zero Suit. Because Zero Suit still has like great mobility and stuff like that. And then plus they also nerfed her dash tech, which is also like a huge portion of her neutral. So it's just gonna be it's gonna be pretty interesting to see how much some of her matchups change. And then on top of that, I think Palu's gonna do worse against sword characters because she's not gonna be able to like shield grab them from as far away. Like it'll actually feel like the sword character can actually, or it doesn't have to be like super precise when they space around her, and get shield grab. So
it's pretty hype, man.
Yeah, it's crazy because I thought they were gonna stop after the neutral air change. I thought the neutral air nerf she got was pretty big.
Yeah, they keep changing Palu.
Even down throw. I think down throw was like the biggest.
Down throw is crazy.
Down throw was big too. Yeah. Yeah. So I still think Palu is still really good just because her toolkit is just dumb. Like, she just has so many strengths with it, especially the fact that if she gets to hit, she needs a neutral, and then like she can just corner carry you, and then her ledge trapping is kind of broken, and she has one of the best 2-framing options. So
easy bake 2-frame down tilt.
Yeah. So she's definitely worse, but she's the type of character that she's still going to be a lot of characters' bad matchups just because of worst matchups, just because of how oppressive she can be.
Yeah.
I think one of the weirdest things about the forward air change, if I were a Palu player, would be distinguishing how to play her aerial game now, because forward air was like the approaching like pressure tool, right? Like you get up in their face and do it, and then the mix-ups happen after that. But now that it's nerfed, like it's still a thing. Like there's still gonna be some characters that can't punish that. -5 is really nice. Yeah. But it does open up more punishes. So it's kind of like, okay, so now it's like gonna be more retreating forward airs. So that kind of limits the combo tree. Having 2 frames of end lag also limits the later percent combo trees too, technically. And basically what I'm getting at is like you're gonna have to treat forward air and back air a bit more similarly now, because forward air is pretty much the same frame data on shield. So it's like kind of weird to distinguish the 2 moves now from my perspective.
Might make it easier for Palu players to play them, or like pick up the character, right? Because it's like, okay, these moves like kind of operate the same,
just
right?
Back air.
Yeah, just back air.
Yeah, it's a little weird if you know what I'm trying to say. It's kind of like what Charles was talking about, where like sometimes it kind of sucks with patches like nerfs because it kind of simplifies things or like slows the game down. Palu is gonna slow down a little bit because of this. She's not just gonna go in and start beating your ass as much. She can, but raw frame data changes will slow her down. So I think that's a little weird. Dash attack is going to get punished quite a bit harder on whiff and on shield. It's not gonna like cross your shield up either, so that's a big deal of adding 2 more frames of end lag to a move that isn't even ambiguous on shield. So yeah, that she got nerfed. A lot of these changes, I don't want to just throw the word nerf around. It's more so like just
willy-nilly, like
it's a lot of these changes are kind of just like quality of life for the person fighting said character. Like with like Joker, like I can't say it's a nerf.
It's not even noticeable.
That's the same character.
Yeah,
like if you do
like,
if you do a jumping side B, like that's the same exact shit. Like same shit. But,
which is like kind of worries me in terms of just like, dude, you like okay, so Joker gets hit, right? But like they're not hitting like a core aspect of the character, right?
Yeah,
but like
that's
Wario
the crazy
gets hit,
thing about
they
Wario,
hit like
yeah.
a core aspect of the character. And I don't know, I just feel like most of the community thinks Wario or Joker's like better than Wario. So it could be like the popularity of the Japanese tournaments, right? Like maybe that's what they're kind of like funneling the data from and stuff like that. Joker obviously not as popular in Japan, but yeah, I feel like some people, they'll see like, oh yeah, just minus something, you know, on frame data, like a nerf's a nerf, right? But like it really comes down to how often the character uses it in their core game plan, right? And like, you know, Wario isn't like, Waft isn't everything with Wario, but it was a core win condition, right? Like it was something that like has won a lot of Wario games. Obviously he has other stuff he can do, right? But like Joker side B, like I wouldn't call it a core aspect of neutral. Like you kind of fling it out, right? But like it's like not like there's so much
Neutral
other
special.
things that Joker does, you know, Arsene killing you at 50 and whatever, right? Or Arsene counter, like there's so many other things that like he pushes advantage with or plays neutral with, and it's just like seeing that get hit by like 2 frames, I was like, really? Oh, all right. I mean, I'll take whatever I get out in these streets, but like, damn, man, like just 2 frames.
I'm surprised they haven't nerfed his gun more. Honestly,
Yeah, gun's so broken.
This shit has infinite air dodges. What the fuck?
Directional too, like you're moving
Directional
forward.
infinite air dodges.
There's literally no reason to directional air dodge with Joker.
No.
You have a gun.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
move is
surprised they have not touched that move. They touched it once, but it was like they only touched aerial downward gun.
Yeah.
And it's like even then, okay, well, cool. Why did it have fucking diagonal hitboxes to begin with?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what kind of barrel is he
down
rolling?
gun.
And then even like what pisses, I wish it was a projectile. Think
Yeah,
it was a projectile. and
Chat's
you could,
already
like,
talking
flank
about
with
it.
Like, dude, like what? Or like be able to reflect it at least or whatever. It's just literally a sword move.
You know
Like,
who?
Yeah.
You know who I don't think as highly of as other people, but I'm like just surprised based on principle that they haven't even gotten slapped.
Pikachu.
Rob.
Wait.
Yeah, I think Rob. Yeah,
What the
Rob's very
fuck?
popular.
Yeah, Rob's
I
stupid.
think Rob's
And Chris like, plays Rob, right? Like, there's Japanese representation of Rob.
This
Like,
character literally does everything times 10. And he's just like, hey guys, what's up?
What is that down tilt?
Oh,
dude?
Waft got
Yeah.
nerfed? Okay, I'm gonna throw an item at you and waft you. So, just saying.
yeah. Oh, but I don't have to charge up. I don't need a battery charge up on my side. Be like, I'm killing it at 40 by the edge, just like Wario Waft. But like, I can do this all the time.
I'm also just gonna do it for all 3 stocks, by the way. All 3. And then Mario's like, yeah, I'm Wario. Like Wario is I'm Wario. And then Joker's like, yeah, I'm Wario too. Back here.
Dude, I'm kind of surprised people don't talk about how good Mario is.
Dude, he's just Wario.
He, like, literally doesn't have a bad stage either.
No.
Yep, that's probably one of the strongest things about Mario is
Yeah.
how well the stage list like favors him.
Okay, and then the Joker down B Arsene counter nerf is like for when it whiffs. There's a couple frames of lag. But they just use that shit to fucking edge guard.
Yeah.
Right. Like nobody like
No,
just counter like randomly. Like they're just doing it off stage anyway, right?
They
like,
just saw we were all asking for a Joker counter nerf, and they just nerfed it in the wrong way, and we're just
I was like, who's spamming counter?
Yeah.
Who's spamming counter?
They nerfed Elite Smash Joker. That's what they nerfed.
So.
They didn't
Or
nerf
they're
the Joker
trolling us.
that's like countering you off stage, and it's just like huge circle of death at 40. Like they didn't nerf that part. That doesn't have extra lag when it actually hits you. Just when it misses. And then there's Zero Suit. That's another one that's like impactful enough to definitely talk about.
I would say like Palu levels, right? About like
No.
kind of like Palu.
No,
You think
no,
Palu's
no.
worse?
I don't even consider it a nerf, but but it's worth talking about.
Like
Okay.
something I want to say is just that, like, the reason why I don't think it's as big as Palu is, for one, like the up B change. I feel like a lot of Zero Suits in general weren't really using up B out of shield that often
Because
Well, it
it's-
doesn't have much range.
Because it was so small.
Exactly. So it's like
That's a good point.
the time when it actually matters, it's probably going to be like on a pretty significant punish anyways. So it's not that big of a deal. And then Nair, I think, is fine because her neutral is a distron anyways. You're gonna do it from far away, so it's gonna be hard to punish regardless. The only way I see the Nair punish being super significant is that it might take away some combos, like some combos that were kind of like somewhat difficult to do. They're going to be more difficult, but
kind of like what we were talking about with Palutena's forward air routes being a little different because of the extra 2 frames.
Yeah. But then the difference between Zero Suit and Palu is that Zero Suit's so fast she can mix you up anyways. So I feel like it's like, it's weird to say, but I feel like Zero Suit's honestly just like a weird. She's like a Fox-esque character where she shouldn't be having crazy combos anyways because her mobility is so good. She's always in a spot where she can hit you again, and like that hasn't changed at all.
What do you think of the Zero Suit changes, Marcus? I know you've played a bit of the character, so.
The only like interesting thing, like you already said the majority of stuff, the only interesting thing about the Zero Suit and Palu nerfs that I haven't heard, which I know most people don't think highly of it, but they might actually get parry punished now, where before like they did not. Like you knew a lot of times you knew a Zero Suit Nair was coming, and you're like, all right, it's -2, and then you parry it, and you're like, I get nothing for this. But like now, like Fox can probably do like if you parry punish a Palu forward air, they're getting up smash, like they die for it. Where before that wasn't a thing, and that might actually change a couple matchups, you know. But otherwise, there's still a -4, -5, -6, whatever move. Like it's still mad safe.
I feel like once you start reaching like -5 or worse, then it's like it feels like a big change.
Yeah,
but it's still in that like -4, like disjoint, like you can space it, like with Palu forward air, like you're still gonna do it.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a change. It's definitely a nerf. And for up B, we talked about like the size. I think most situations where they did it will still work.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, considering it's like it's not like the 2. We've seen a lot of frames being changed by 2, but this time it's 3. But I think a lot of it, it's like what Larry said, it's a big punish when they do like mess up on your shield, right?
No, wait, I thought Zero Suits was 2. I think it's 2.
Oh, so it's frame 5 now? Oh wait.
It's frame 5
now.
Okay.
No. Zero Suits up is frame 4. It's frame 6 now.
Okay, I got it. I mixed up some numbers. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, definitely after Zero Suit, I start to question like if these nerfs are nerfs anymore. Like Joker.
Yep.
That definitely was not a nerf.
And like
it's like a change.
Min, I feel like is like depends on how you look at it. It kind of feels the same to me.
It's the same character.
Yeah.
The only like huge thing was a lot of people didn't know this, and it was something like I didn't really like to talk about a lot, but her neutral air dodge was actually broken.
It's broken. Yeah, I know. That's what I was gonna say.
It was beyond broken. Like so most characters in the game have like 13 or like 14 or 15 like frames of in lag after their neutral air dodge, but Min only had 9.
Oh my god, that's so different.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I agree. Like her air dodge being normal is actually, I think it's big in the sense that it's gonna make juggling and edge guarding her easier.
Yeah. Because like I can't like air dodge and goes low.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But, like, all that stuff was awful anyway, so it didn't like impact the core, like the core advantages or disadvantages of the character. Like the character was already bad at it.
Yeah.
It just got a little worse.
So you would like neutral air dodge into like up B, and it would be like really snappy and quick, like off stage kind of deal. Okay, yeah, that does sound really good in terms of just like her disadvantage, because that's like really where her weakness is, right? Like where you want to like push or whatever. But like obviously, like you're still gonna play her the same, and there might be situations where you get gimped, but you wouldn't have before because the up B comes out like a little quicker or whatever. But like I think overall just healthy, right? Like just everyone having about the same air dodge, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I think for Min specifically, like there are situations where it'll hurt because she doesn't have the freedom of other characters with like landing options.
Yep.
So like having that frame 9 air dodge, or like the 9 frames of lag after an air dodge, that is pretty nice for a character like Min, where sometimes it's like one of 2 mix-ups. So yeah, that's definitely something I wasn't thinking about.
Yeah, but the character's still the same. You're still gonna be hit for
she's
like
the
50
same
every interaction. People are like, "Oh my god," but the laser's weaker. It's like it kills like 5% later, or like 10% later.
Who cares?
So from what I heard,
it's always in the blast zone.
It's only when the dragons charge. So
Charged, yeah.
So like the regular laser is the same. It's just that when she gets to that weird dragon thing where dragon arm's stronger, that it's effective.
After the grab, right? You get powered up after the grab.
Yeah, or if you charge F smash long enough. But
oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
And then they also changed Min's like how long she can charge her smash attacks. So that will probably affect
so weird.
That's gonna affect bad people.
Yeah,
it's kind of like make it like not like
more
so,
elite smash
this bad matchup was super duper free because like I could like infinitely charge on this guy and then just like 2-frame him. Now it's just gonna be super duper free, not super duper free. Like it's like one of those things. Like okay, like I'm still gonna shit on them, but like not as hard, I guess? Question mark.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna 2-frame him and then I'm gonna 2-frame him again anyway. So it doesn't really
either
matter.
way, the character being edge guarded dies.
Yeah, just the easiest 2-frame. So it's like okay, if you weren't getting the 2-frame before, then you're for sure not gonna get it now.
Yeah.
They nerfed the bad Min-Mins.
Yeah, that's all they did.
Elite smash changes.
Elite smash changes. Bad Min-Mins nerfed. You'll only lose to good Min-Mins now. Marcus is just like, yeah, I'm good. I'm safe.
But that's such an interesting change, though. I thought that was so interesting. Like now, her smash or F smash charge, or it's like previous Smash games. Like what the heck? Like that's such a weird...
I didn't know they could do that. I was like
wait, yeah, like I didn't know this was on the table.
Yeah, like they just there's no limits here, man. We just do whatever.
Like
They do whatever they want.
so we can just remove moves now. How about that? How about,
yeah, we're just removing that.
How about Game Watch doesn't have an up special? That's possible now.
I remember how bold Smash 4 patches were.
Yeah.
You kill it 50 now. Wait,
They
what?
they reminded us of like the random shit they can do with the Min
They
change.
changed the core game mechanics in Smash 4.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did. Shield stun. Shield stun's just more now across the table. Like we're just changing shield. Like that was actually one of the best Smash 4 patches in my
That
opinion.
was actually really good. Yeah.
I think the best change ever was DK.
DK is hype. Oh,
Best change in Smash
Oh,
history.
Larry also played DK. Oh god.
Dude, that was a great character. It came at like one of my lowest points too, because pre-patch Luigi got nerfed.
Oh my god, this guy.
You are disgusting.
Fucking guy. Larry, dude. Larry would like just. Larry was the forefront of Smash 4 meta. I can like honest to God say that Larry was the forefront of Smash 4 meta, dude.
All right, so Tweek left. All I'm gonna say is that he can't say shit because he made Bayonetta in Smash 4. It doesn't matter what I did. He transitioned over to Smash 4 Bayonetta. Literally. From Cloud. He can't say shit.
He can't. Okay. Stop talking about it. He's back.
Hey there, buddy.
Hey, what's up, man? Good week.
What's going on?
What happened?
Yeah, no, nothing. We're just
Donkey Kong?
yeah, Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
Oh,
yeah,
we're talking about
Great
Bayonetta.
character.
Yeah.
How is that even possible? How did you know?
I just know it. Were we talking about Bayonetta? Were we talking about my Bayonetta? What are we doing?
That specifically your Bayonetta after playing Cloud.
That's dignity, you know?
Yeah. For the greater good of the game.
The
Yeah.
greater good.
Yep.
Whatever it takes.
Yep.
I remember
just-
when Leo went Bayo in Smash 4 against Fallen at
Dude,
like
that
the
was-
Vegas tournament. Dude, that was like some of the lowest times. I was like, damn, we
Dude,
really want to win out here.
No, dude, I feel so bad for Fallen because he was just like I have never seen someone so confident to beat someone. He's like, if he goes Cloud, I'm ready. I've prepared like immensely. I'm like, okay. And I watched him play. I'm like,
That
holy
matchup was
shit.
bad, by the way.
Yeah,
That matchup was so
Was terrible.
horrible for
Fallen-
Roman.
Fallen beat
holy
me
shit, he's
once
doing
too.
it. Yeah, dude, Fallen. I actually miss Fallen because he was one of the guys that he was actually one of my training partners in 4. That's why I did so well versus the Buzz. But he was like every time I played him, he was like getting drastically better. I was like,
I actually have my favorite moment with Fallen specifically. I was playing friendlies with Bayo once, and he like just came up behind us, and I was playing, and they were at 0, and he said like, "Can you kill them right now?" And I said yes, and literally killed them with only normals. Like I just decided to kill them, like, and he was just like, "What?" That's like such a funny memory.
What a
Yeah,
good
that
character.
sounds so
actually insane.
Yeah, towards the end of Smash 4, I wasn't even using specials that much.
Bro, I been knew
Yeah.
that A button was crazy.
The
Alright.
big green button of truth.
What? And then there's the Wii Fit shadow buff.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
We
that
should
was-
talk about the shadow stuff, dude. What is this
What
secret
is-
menu
Yo,
bullshit?
Sephiroth
Nintendo?
Sephiroth got shadow buffs too.
Oh, the counter hitbox.
Yeah.
No, that
um,
wasn't shadow though, right?
No,
That was on
that was the shadow. They mentioned it.
he got 2 buffs to up B.
Oh really?
Because you can fall out of Octaslash. Like let's say like I'm like edge guarding someone to the blast zone with Octaslash, they can pop out and go towards the stage.
Yeah.
They still fall out sometimes, but supposedly they tried to fix that. So I'm sure there'll be scenarios where it works better. And they changed the knockback angle on the uncharged one. I can't fucking tell if it's good or bad. I can't even tell what the difference is. But yeah, more shadow buffs.
I'm surprised they didn't change his down air. Like, I don't understand why his down air, like the initial hitbox and landing hitbox are considered the same thing.
Yeah.
They're different.
I think that move's ugly. I don't like
It's
I don't
super
like
good for
those
two-framing.
I don't like those
Yeah.
moves that just go like straight down. Like the ugliest one is Ridley. That move is
He just stomps, dude. He's
that
just
move
coming
is
down.
so
Like,
gross. Like,
it definitely doesn't look appealing.
Yeah, that's why I don't like doing like this, like when I'm landing with Sephiroth and like daring through a platform. Like the sheer size is an interesting choice, but it just doesn't feel like something I should do.
So is that Steve thing true? The super
The
armor card?
That's what I've
tried
been hearing.
I tried it and I think it's not true unless I'm doing it wrong. Because I was able to forward smash Steve out of his card with DK and other characters.
All right, cool.
Oh, so DK's better?
That was bait. Oh, true. Oh, he's in chat. True.
Okay, so the Wii Fit stuff. Wii Fit has
It's insane.
5 frames
actually
less
crazy.
lag on side B.
Mhm.
So Wii
The
Fit just
biggest change frame data wise in the entire patch was not mentioned in the patch notes.
especially in terms of raw numbers.
Like
Um,
5 frames, holy crap.
Actually, no. BYLETH got the biggest, or at least in terms of like differences. 'Cause
Yeah.
Side B's like in terms. Well, I guess side B's
Lag.
significant different on shield.
Oh,
and,
shield.
and it's less laggy in the air.
Yeah, those BYLETH buffs look nice.
Wii Fit's hobby is just killing you at 0 now. Like, it already was before. Wii Fit just has, like... That's what Wii Fit does. Like, if you're at 0, like... Die.
Don't get hit by Nair. Please.
I just love how they get, like, zoner archetype characters, and they're like, you know what? We should have this character 0 to death you. And, like, that's, like...
Easily.
I don't get it. Wait, but, like, what about the guy that runs at you and has, like, a combo, like... toolkit, like Fox maybe has like a 0 to death or something, but no, like instead it's like if I want to 0 to death someone, like play that goofy robot over there. He like twirls and shoots out tops. Oh yeah, there's Wii Fit. You ever play that game? You know, like you're doing like poses and stuff. Do this 3-hit combo, boom, 0 to death right there. Like that's what you should be playing. I'm like, I don't get it. Like what?
Me neither. What the heck? Oh, they put that in the
Why
game.
does everyone have Waft except Wario?
They nerfed Wario's Waft.
What the fuck? Oh, the Diddy change. Okay, Diddy's Infinite got removed again.
Oh no.
You mean the Infinite that no one did?
Yeah, I
Never saw that coming.
It was
Taking
never
out
done
an
in a.
Infinite?
I don't think it's ever done in a tournament environment.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he got nerfed. They got removed during quarantine, so
I'm including online events. Like, I don't think it ever happened.
Me and
But,
Gavin were talking about the Infinite when it was first discovered too. They nerfed the old one, and then the new one got discovered. And me and Gavin were talking about, it, and then Gavin was trying it out, and he was just like, "Yeah, this shit is mad hard, and they're probably just gonna take it out." And I'm like, "Yeah, just don't do it. Like, don't. Why put time into learning the new Infinite when like we just know Nintendo's gonna take it out? Like, Nintendo has made it very clear that they don't like Infinites.
Yeah.
So.
And I saw some YouTube comments where like, I'm so sorry, Tweek. Like, Wario and Diddy got nerfed. Like, what are you gonna do? And I'm like, bro, Diddy Kong is fucking broken. Like,
same.
He's the exact same. If I played on the previous patch and the new patch, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference with Diddy. Everything I do still works. Even my really weird banana tricks where I pull another one still work. Yeah. And then what else is there? Okay, so Sephiroth's counter is bigger, like period, in every direction. The most notable thing is it's bigger under him. Good luck recovering.
Wait. Are you saying they buffed the downer hitbox?
No, counter.
The counter.
Oh, count. I heard down air.
No. So good luck recovering now, even more so, because the counter being buffed below him is the biggest thing here. Because now he's gonna counter even more characters while he's on stage, just like Joker does, except he always has Arsene, basically. So, yeah. Good luck.
So basically what I'm getting from this is that they're actually never gonna nerf Tetrakarn because that was intentional.
Yeah, because
they buffed Sephiroth's counter.
They buffed the counter that's equally broken, so...
Yeah.
And they made it like connecting to each other, like the multi-hits connecting to each other more consistent too. Yeah. So like the chances of someone like bullshitting their way out of that situation, like no, you're just gonna hold this counter, and all you have to do is just space it, right? Like you're spacing the wall that's like, and you're just putting at the ledge. It's like really all you're doing. So it's like it's crazy.
Parappa made a good point. He said like they did that because there's like weird stuff with like Ryu and Ken where like they would Shoryuken to the ledge, Sephiroth would counter, and they just freeze and they wouldn't get actually sent flying. That was the first thing I tested after the patch. It still doesn't work.
It's so funny.
I think there might be certain I think there might be certain spacings where it will connect fully now, but there's still ranges where it won't work. Mm-hmm. That was the first thing I tested because it's like the most obvious example I could think of. So yeah, I don't know. And then there's BYLETH. Oh,
DDD and BYLETH got buffed.
The DDD stuff is pretty cool. I think DDD's last set of changes were way more impactful because it was just like every move is better.
Yeah.
Especially up air, dude. Up air is so sick now. Up air just kills, like, finally. All that stuff. Know, right? I think the Gordo going against the stage is like really crazy. It's pretty easily like it's still RNG, but it's like it's at least half the time now, if not more. It's probably like 75% of the time now.
which I think is great for like in terms of character design, right? Like obviously they wanted to make DDD like one of his like I guess definable moves, you know, Gordo, right? One of the things that obviously he's known for like having in his armies or whatever in the game. So I think it's cool that you can like use Gordo in more situations, not just ledge trapping. And they made that very clear because they also made it so you can like throw the Gordo back in neutral. So like it's very clear that Nintendo wants you to use Gordo more other than just ledge trapping. Like this isn't a move that's just like, okay, I'm only doing this just to ledge trap. Like now it's going to be more of a neutral option. It's going to be more of like a, oh, I'm in disadvantage. Let me like throw the Gordo at the edge of the stage so he can't like stand really close to the edge and respect me kind of deal. So I think that's really cool for DDD. Obviously he's still not that great of a character, but that's just like I feel like that's just like kind of archetype stuff and like just he doesn't have like standalone moves that are just like godlike, right? Like
Bowser's the closest thing we got to a heavy
that's like strong
traditional archetype that's actually like Ultimate just isn't fit for that character archetype. It just doesn't work for them.
I feel like Ultimate's a game where if you can't effectively beat sword characters or zoners, you're never going to be a good character.
Yep.
There's just too many of them. And
too many of them that are good.
Yeah,
and that do everything.
And then heavies, they suck against zoners. So it's like
heavies aren't unique enough in a game where there's like patches and more characters coming out all the time. Like they just naturally have to get worse. There's certain characters in Ultimate that get worse with every DLC edition, and it's
right. Like
it's like almost objective at this point.
DK.
Yeah.
They don't bring like a niche to the table, right? Like every one of these new DLC characters is like some crazy niche, or oh my goodness, my dog. But it's like some crazy niche that they bring to the table, right? But like heavies, they'll only be good. It's like if when I back here with Donkey Kong, it does 30 damage. Like the only way to make them better is if you just overtune the living shit out of them. But they don't bring like any like unique mechanic to the table. If anything, they bring a unique disadvantage to the table where I'm like, I'm literally big as shit, or I have a frame 4 air dodge. Like that's my niche. Like I'm super easy to combo.
They all just have super armor. All of them. Thank you. Cool.
Little Mac, right?
Yeah. I kind of hope in like one of the next 2 DLC characters is just like this broken ass heavy.
It's the one thing missing from like my trifecta. Like
the DLC heavy?
Yeah. Like in Smash 4, Cloud, Bayo, Donkey Kong. I need my like trifecta complete with a grappler or like a heavyweight. Like I need it. I have Sephiroth and Diddy. I fucking need it.
Yeah, I forgot. We both love heavies, dude. Yeah. Heavies are so much fun. They're so fun.
I love K-Rool in this game. I love DK. I actually like DK in this game more than Smash 4, but he fucking sucks.
Tell Jump City that. Tell the person I play. He thinks Donkey Kong's better than Fox.
I'm like a Donkey Kong scientist. I will prove to this man that Donkey Kong is trash.
Dude, I would pay money to just listen to this conversation.
Yeah. All right.
He won't listen to anything you say, by the way.
How do you play Palutena and you complain about DK?
That's a bad matchup. But yo, those Palo nerfs though. Maybe it's even.
Now. It's even, bro.
It's even.
Oh no. Pre-patch you said it was even. So DK might lose now. Or DK might win now.
Wow, DK beats Palu, guys. All 874 of you, this is a fact.
Dude, okay, one thing I want to talk about, I think Game & Watch got a lot better. Because, okay, so usually when we're talking about some of these like 2 to 3 frame nerfs on Shield where it's like, wow, your move's -5 after the nerf, that's wowee, like you're privileged, like you know what I mean, like if you're complaining about that, right? Because you know most characters like a -5 is like pretty fucking solid, right? But so Game & Watch, that threshold actually matters where it's like -2 or -3. Now we're into like -4, -5. Like characters like Game & Watch that has a really fast out of shield option being frame 3 and it's very wide. There's other characters that it kind of matters like Mario and stuff like that, or you can even include Doc where like they have a frame 3 option but it's not as big of hitbox. But I think there's a lot. Palutena is definitely one of the harder matchups for Game & Watch, and now it's going to be a lot more doable because Palu can't like just bully the shield for free, right? Because that was like a really big thing. Is like how safe can you hit Game & Watch shield and like have them not really do much about it, right?
Yeah.
Zero
Well,
Suit's another one.
I don't think the Palu nerf actually changed the Game & Watch matchup just because her forward air was still -3, which was like unsafe on Game & Watch's shield.
It's all the
just, like,
spaced moves.
It's the spacing, yeah. It was the spacing that made it difficult for Game & Watch.
But like,
can't reach.
But like doing a frame perfect punish out a shield comparatively to like now you have like a couple more frames to like react to it. You know what I mean? Like I think that's a big deal. Personally, I think that's a big deal.
I mean, I guess that's true.
But yeah, I don't know. I think like that those like specific things like affects like Game & Watch matchups in my opinion, and then even just like other characters just going generally like getting nerfed, right? And then like these other kind of like, you know, maybe the 10 through 20 or the 10 through like 30 top 30 characters are gonna kind of like maybe have a little rise, or you know, because there's just a shift in power, right? So I definitely think that's going to be interesting. Obviously, it would be super sick if we had an offline tournament so we could see all this stuff in.
Dude, offline tournaments are just going to be a different universe. There's been so many characters and patches. You know what? You know what character I
Charles, you get it.
Quite literally going to feel like a different timeline.
Yeah, for sure. You know what character I think? It's funny because they technically got nerfed, but got better this patch. Kind of like Game & Watch. DIDDY.
Yeah.
All these matchups were already pretty good. They're all just better. WARIO was like one of the hard matchups. Just got a lot better.
True, I can kind of fight Palu now.
Yeah. It's so funny because it's going to be like under the radar because technically he got nerfed, but honestly he got more buffs than nerfs.
True. Yeah. Considering like how all the other characters kind of got tweaked down, right?
Yeah.
Like...
Okay, can we talk about Falcon and how they keep buffing?
that's the one major thing we haven't talked about is Falcon and Ganon.
I mean, I feel like the Ganon buff wasn't
who cares about the Ganon part, but he also got it, okay?
Yeah. I guess we got to mention that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Falcon's just getting stronger, right? Like
he's gotten buffed for the 5 patches.
He's the people's character, dude.
That character is so lame, dude. Like,
someone at Nintendo, their tag on Elite Smash is like X Epic Falcon X, and they just
X,
and they just like buff him every they slide in like an update like right before it goes live every time, like right before someone can notice.
Oh, whoopsie! Did I do that? Like, oh, okay, well let's slide this time.
joints up air knee. Woo! That's hype, bro.
It's actually crazy. 20 years later.
The same confirm.
That and like 20 years later, he finally doesn't die for upbeing you. That's
actually wild.
Yeah.
Dude, when I was testing it on my stream for like seeing it for the first time, my mind was blown. I felt like my whole childhood was like being reconstructed in my brain. Cause it's like it doesn't look right. It should be right because it's literally like he's hitting you. Like, why is he getting hit for it? But when I see how fast he moves, I'm like, no, that's wrong. Like that isn't a thing. Like, stop. It's so crazy.
Dude, I feel like whoever implemented this Falcon buff, they were playing Melee as a child.
Yeah.
And they like were so motivated, they're like, I'm gonna fucking work at Nintendo, I'm gonna change this shit. There's
like a movie on it. There's a movie on it. Like, I'm tired of dying for upbeing, dude. I've had enough.
I'm infiltrating them. I'm getting in this.
I'm sitting down with all of them individually and asking them why they did this in like a dark room.
And then like he's doing it, and the Nintendo employees are like, "Oh, we didn't know about that.
We actually didn't even know." So
I guess we can take it out. Yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, like they were on a lunch break and someone hit an up tilt waft, and they were like, "Wait a second. We don't like that."
Dude, it's probably someone hit Sakurai with that. He's like, yeah, that's gone.
No, they saw my tweet saying like, I hope the patch is significant and makes a lot of changes. And they're like, oh really? Diddy Kong nerfed. WARIO nerfed. You happy, Tweek? Oh, we'll buff the Sephiroth counter though, so you're not getting on to us, so you don't think we're targeting you.
Dude, if you imagine like if you had to play Sakurai in like a match, right? And he was like trying to test out characters, like if you were playing your main, would you like hold back and sandbag?
I
See,
pick somebody else's man.
I just pick a character I want to get nerfed.
Yup, exactly.
You guys are demons.
5-head.
Wait, huh?
Just like Pikachu and Joker, and you're just like just hitting him with the super dumb, like you just counter him. Like there's like situations where you could up smash out a shield to kill him and be like, no, I'm gonna hit him off stage and counter him just so he sees this again. Like
In that moment, I'm gonna like regret not being able to play Pikachu or something because I can't play Pikachu well. I'm gonna be like, fuck. Oh, I'm picking Joker, 100%.
Yeah, Joker or Inkling, dude. Like,
and I know Sakurai isn't gonna DI the down throw back airs when I have Arsene at 50. He ain't DIing that.
Yeah, you down throw dare him at the edge and then you sink down and counter him. Like that's like everything in one string, and you're just displaying all of it. Like
yeah, I'm gonna do it all within like 30 seconds of each other, like every move.
Wait, no, plot twist.
Oh, I'm gonna time him out with guns. That's what I'm gonna do.
No, plot twist. What if Sakurai plays Joker? What if that's his main?
Oh, damn, that's a tough one.
We gotta play. We gotta play a different game, dude. Anime is taking over.
Dude, I'm learning Peach combos ASAP. Like, I don't care. I'm just it's out the game.
Yo, what the fuck? Peach can just infinite you.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I thought we hated infinites. What about that one?
What about this one? Yeah.
What about this zero to death?
They're still comboing you.
Dude, y'all ever think Sakurai be trolling during those like
100%.
presentations? Like, I swear he's low key crazy at the game, and like he's just trying to appeal to like all levels of play. So it's like sometimes I'm like, yo, he's kind of crazy. Wait, and other times I'm like, nah, you pretending.
I just want to hear him talk about matchups and shit.
Yeah. Wasn't there an article though that he was like really good at? I think it was KOF or Street Fighter.
Damn.
And then he like felt bad about beating people.
Dang.
Now we're here.
Sakurai had it like that.
Now we're here playing Smash Bros with all these meter mechanics.
Oh, dude, isn't it crazy he wrote all the trailers too? Like,
Yeah.
Sephiroth trailer will never be. Nothing will ever be better than that ever.
Yeah.
That was actually so good.
In life. Not just Smash.
Dude, even like when he's doing some of the presentations and he's like playing two characters with one hand each, I'm like, dang, you that one hand game kind of nice though. Like, damn, you know what I mean? Like playing two controllers one time, like holy shit. Didn't Idol used to enter San Diego tournaments and play with one hand or something like that?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Such a legend.
Idol's the GOAT, dude.
Such a legend.
Dude, he's like
a fucking legend.
No, I know exactly what you're about to say, but please say it so the chat can know.
Me?
Yeah, about Ido.
He's a chess grandmaster.
Yes.
what?
Yeah.
He's like literally a genius. Like IQ and all that stuff. Like quite literally like legally a genius.
He's like insane, and he plays Meta Knight. Well, now he plays. I think he played Pit in Ultimate.
He's just a troll. He just trolls in Smash.
Yeah. Hanging out with Ido is so fun. Like hanging out with Ido at tournaments is so fun.
You know, Ido reminded me of that one kid who's just like, you know, like the rich kid 90s villain.
Yes, 100% Ido.
He just reminded me of that every time.
Wait, wasn't he like OD at Mario Kart too?
Yeah. He
I
did like world championships for like the Nintendo World Champion. He's a Nintendo World Champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like he played like it was like Smash, Mario Kart. It was like a bunch of like
too, right?
Nintendo games.
Wasn't he like God tier in Overwatch?
Yeah, he was like a grandmaster in Overwatch.
Like top 500 at least.
Yeah,
he was top 500.
It's just West Coast. It's just West Coast to Buzz.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just like
the first time,
just God.
The first time I played him in friendlies and I like met him, he literally in Smash 4. This is at Genesis 3. He only dash attacked like in neutral. He literally like moved across the stage dash attacking, and like he beat me, right? Because like he's just like converting so hard off of it, and like I was just like, wow, like you literally just wanted to make me feel like I'm very bad at the game. And he was like,
I swear he's just a troll. He's just a troll.
He is.
yeah. And I was just like, you know what, man? I respect it, dude. Like, I fucking respect it.
Imagine if you just unlocked like 5% more brain power like at random moments of the match, and you're just like, what the fuck?
Brain blast.
I'm shocked. Wait.
Yeah, Marcus is still in shock from all this information about Ido.
Dude,
Yeah, no,
he's insane.
Yeah,
insane gamer. Insane gamer, dude.
And then here we are just playing Smash.
Yeah.
I'm not a chess grandmaster, like what?
Ido was good at Brawl too, right?
I don't know. I've never seen him play Brawl.
I just played
Oh,
Diddy
really?
Kong.
I know he played Meta Knight in Brawl, and then he played Meta Knight in Smash 4, and then he was kind of like over Meta Knight in Ultimate.
He played Pit and Dark.
And then he played Pit, and then he like played K-Roll, and then he quit.
I'm about to do that. You know what?
I forgot about K-Roll.
Yeah,
I love that
his K-Roll
character.
phase.
That character's so
That
good.
was his fuck it. Like I think I don't like Ultimate, so I'm gonna try K-Roll. Like this is my last ditch effort, and okay, yep, this I don't like this game. And then he just stopped.
Alright. Honestly, anything else with the patch? Any questions? Chat, do you guys have any questions for Larry? Larry, do you have anything you want to talk about?
Pichu.
We did miss
Pichu.
Oh, right.
Pichu's kind of like a middle ground now, like between like broken Pichu, nerf Pichu, and now it's like in the middle, I feel.
I think the Nair buff was the most significant thing.
Yeah.
Because
No more trading.
Yeah. In combination with the Hurtbox buff Hurtbox nerf that he got, it made it so that I think part of his ear poked out during the Nair hitbox. So you could sometimes you could just cleanly beat it, and then sometimes it would trade. But now he has like a solid option at just beating out opponent moves, which is great for Pichu because he's so light. He shouldn't be trading.
Trading is not ideal.
Yeah, he should never want to trade in any given situation.
Yeah.
The buffs he got on his like aerials, like his electric attacks, doing less damage, I didn't think were as significant, just because they didn't buff his back air or neutral B, which I feel like are the big ones he uses very often.
Oh wow, I didn't even. There's so many that damage him. I wasn't even positive on like which ones didn't get changed. That is a good point.
Neutral B is probably like the biggest one.
If Tijo got buffed, that would be very nice, but it didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still do 0.8, I think, with a T-Jolt, which is like almost 1%. Pre-patch it did 0.4. Back air is a really important one. I think they did hit quick attack or agility, the up B for Pichu, which is probably like the second most one. It like depends on how the match is going, but like the thing about Pichu, it's like, oh, hit Pichu in disadvantage or like 2-frame the up B. If they do another 2 zips, that's like another 2%, right? And like you keep like it's like this little chip damage that keeps adding on if you successfully get a ledge trap or successfully get another hidden advantage state. So I think the two most important ones is like 1 T-Jolt and then 2 up B. So they hit up B, but not like T-Jolt or like not back air. Back air is definitely like probably the most offensive move that Pichu uses in terms of like edge guarding or confirming. So
yeah.
I know Void said at first glance he didn't think they were going to be that great. He was probably like, like I don't really like just looking at it and not playing with it. And then he streamed a couple hours of Pichu and he was like the buffs are a lot better than I initially thought. Like they're not going to bring back like Pichu to what Pichu was, but like definitely had a bigger impact, especially the Nair one. He said the Nair buff feels really good.
Yeah, I can agree on that because I feel like there's just so many moments where Pichu would trade with neutral air that even though he can do it, it's not even worth it. It's probably best to just, if you see someone jumping at you, to either just parry and do that or just continue to hold shield. But now you have, a move where you can kind of call out someone for doing something, unless they have a sword.
Right. It's like one of Pichu's like main like combo moves / combo starters too. Like you're just kind of just wanting to fall on top of someone with like a solid like not multi-hit hitbox is like really good. I think that's I mean I'm trying to think of other stuff that happened. I don't know if there's what's up.
Did we talk about BYLETH?
We didn't talk much about BYLETH. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know too much about the character. I've seen Leo play it here and there in Wi-Fi tournaments. I just don't watch Wi-Fi tournaments that much. But Leo has seemed to be making it work, right? Like in Wi-Fi tournaments. So I feel like they did a good amount of buffs on BYLETH. Actually, the up B being 2 frames faster is like insane because now BYLETH has a frame like 9 out of shield, right? I think.
Well, BYLETH already had one. It's up B's now tied with Nair for being their fastest out of shield option.
We got
Okay,
options.
okay.
Yeah.
So you have 2 different directions you can go. But I've been seeing a lot of people even like comboing like something into up B.
Yeah.
Like they'll do like a forward or down throw into like a hit, like a nair, then you drag them down and then they get hit by an earthquake hitbox and then they like dash up and then up B combo into like something else. Like that's a pretty long string and
Pretty
like BYLETH's
cool.
moves do a lot of damage. Like so it's like pretty crazy. And especially with, obviously Leo playing the character, I think this is going to motivate him to maybe even like keep playing the character, like even if it's offline, not Wi-Fi, right? Like I think he was going to do that regardless, but I think this is even more incentive for him to do that, which is just inherently going to push the character's meta, right? When you have like a top level player like that playing the character.
I mean, I feel like at least for BYLETH, he's using BYLETH because online. I wouldn't really think that he would use BYLETH super often against like a top level player at an event. Like if this was offline.
What are you talking about? He won Frostbite with BYLETH. What are you talking about?
Okay. Yeah, see, he beat Meister's Game & Watch, which I feel like that's probably one of the few matches where BYLETH actually does really well in.
Yeah.
I saw Gamer slip him the 20 for the thumbnail. I saw it. I'm just kidding.
The 20.
Hey man, in the Smash world, that's big bucks, all right?
Sure.
Hey, that's like 3 meals.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What the heck?
Dude, we still got 2 characters left.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Crash Bandicoot though?
Dante?
Yo, Monster Hunter was in the. When I saw that, I was like, dang, that's tough.
I kind of
Yeah.
wanted Monster Hunter, so I'm kind of sad.
I was indifferent about Monster Hunter.
There's only one Mii costume left that hasn't been revealed from Smash 4. Lloyd. Every other Mii costume has been confirmed to be a Mii costume again in Ultimate.
I can't see it, like just marketing wise and stuff, but I also couldn't see it with Banjo. Like when people were like, maybe Banjo's getting it, I'm like, dude, why? Like that doesn't benefit Nintendo in any way, shape, or form, like marketing wise. And then they just brought Banjo into the game. So definitely because Banjo's in, like I could see Lloyd coming into the game.
They do whatever they want.
I mean, the other thing is that, okay, 2 things. Namco Bandai is, helping with the development of Ultimate, and Lloyd is part of the Tales of series, which is owned by Namco Bandai. So
Okay.
I feel like actually getting the IP would be not hard
Easy.
at all.
Mhm.
And then I feel like it's kind of the same thing with Dragon Quest, where I think it will like very much appease the Japanese audience.
The Eastern audience, right?
Yeah, the Eastern audience, yeah. I mean, I would like it too, because I'm also just like a big fan of the Tales of games. Tales of Symphonia is like one of my favorite games. So I would like it. I don't know how other people feel about it. I feel like that might be one of the games that kind of introduce people to JRPGs.
Mhm.
So that could be another reason to bring in Lloyd.
Yeah, Lloyd. I could see Yuri as well.
Yeah.
I can't see Velvet. I definitely can't see Velvet, but I definitely could see like Lloyd or Yuri or Judith or something.
Wait, does Lloyd have a sword?
He does has 2 swords.
Oh, he has 2 swords.
He has
You
2
know what? Like, I mean, just from like kind of seeing Nintendo's direction too, like, there's not that much sword characters, so that's why I feel like they're adding so many, right? So definitely in terms of just like the DLC decisions and pathing, and just like the direction they're going, like I definitely feel like more sword characters is the way to go.
I feel that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big agree.
If I could actually
There's,
pick
like, not
one
enough
character
swords.
right now, other than Dante,
I was about to say Dante.
it would be Porky, 100%. Yo, in the mech?
Wait, you mean like
Earthbound.
I was like Porky the Pig. Like that's Looney Tunes. That's all.
His windscreen, like
Oh my god, like the circle thing, right? And he like jumps into it, like.
I was like, why would I want that?
Listen to these guys.
Bro, Space Jam collab?
oh, hold on.
He's gonna be in his mech. They're gonna bring one of the coolest video game songs ever. It's from Earthbound. It's called Porky Means Business. Listen to that song. It will change your life. And that's gonna be the heavyweight I need.
It's just a DLC heavy. He's got armor on everything.
This is all for me, by the way. I'm not considering anything else. This is all for my own benefit.
Okay, hear me out.
Low key though, Funky Kong?
Another Donkey Kong representative would be cool. I think another Spacey would be sick. Slippy. Just in celebration of, Slippy from Melee. I definitely think Nintendo might go that direction, right? Like,
thank you guys for watching.
It's such a big deal. Like, think of a Spacey, but it's a troll Spacey, right? Like, Slippy would definitely like not be that serious. Like, Slippy would be trying to be fighting you, but like kind of like fucking up, kind of like that troll atmosphere, right? I think that would be super funny.
Is he gonna damage himself like Pichu too? Like.
Probably, like maybe he can like trip randomly or something. Like he would just be like, just think of a Spacey and they're always just like serious and like, you know what I mean? Like, but just think of one that's like trolling. Like that's what Slippy would be.
I was gonna mention a character, but I forget.
Dude, there's only one character I've always wanted to smash and he's in. It was Sonic, because Sonic's actually my favorite video game character.
Jesus Christ.
Look what you did.
Is he still your like? No, I actually vibe with that because it's like I remember before he got into Brawl, I was like, dude, I think the coolest character in Smash would be Sonic, dude. I love Sonic, like I love all the Sonic games. But like Smash 4 and Ultimate Sonic has literally like made me I do not like Sonic anymore. Like all of my childhood memories of like having fun playing Sonic games was literally ruined with my competitive experience with Smash 4 and Ultimate. Like I quite literally like look at Sonic and there's spite towards the character. Like I do not like you as a video game character, but I used to love you, but now I don't.
I still love Sonic. See, in my eyes, that like the Sonic we've been seeing is not the real Sonic. That's just
what is it?
What is this creature in this game then, huh? Explain yourself.
That's Sakurai's hate towards Sega, you know? Like that's Nintendo's hate towards Sega. They're like, oh, we rival. Now we're just gonna fuck you. We're gonna show your mascot, and we're just gonna make.
Oh my god.
No one likes him.
Look how much cooler Mario is.
Exactly. That's what that is. That's not Sonic.
See, everyone, isn't Sonic lame, right, guys? Like, look at this. Look at what all the Sonic players do.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's what they did. That's not
some next level marketing. Dang, attacking it at the source.
I want them to bring in the real Sonic. It's never gonna happen. But
so you're saying you have a choice between fake and real?
Exactly. Let's put it this way. This is Nintendo Sonic.
Yes, absolutely. The one in the Nintendo games, right? Like Mario and Sonic Olympics, like that's that Sonic, right? Like
imagine a Twitter bio where it's like professional Smash player, best fake Sonic in the world. They like don't play real Sonic. Like they only play the lame one.
Was PM Sonic the real Sonic?
Kinda. That character was cool.
I thought that character was cool. The axe kick, bro, that was hype.
I was still annoyed.
I mean, I looked at the Sonic and I was like, what the fuck's he doing? He's just running at them. They're dead.
Hell yeah, dude.
That drone was cool.
That was crazy.
Oh, I really thought they were gonna put Waluigi in this game.
Yeah, I was kind of. They might. I mean,
no.
They still might. Yeah, you never know with Nintendo.
Yeah, like, okay, so I'm gonna be honest. Like the whole like meme and like fan base around the character is like kind of like not a fan. It's kind of cringy. but it just feels like incomplete without him, especially if you're gonna add Daisy. I'm just a little surprised. It felt like a clear addition.
Did they really add Daisy though?
Okay, but even adding Daisy in any way just makes me even more confused as to why they didn't add Waluigi. It's just like, I don't get it.
Maybe it's just not worth it. I don't know.
I guess
Like maybe there's not as much of a fan base. I feel like people complain about him not being in the game, not because they love Waluigi.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure everyone gave up. Like, I don't see it talked about at all anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe Nintendo doesn't include Waluigi because they know people will talk about Smash more because he's not in the game.
True.
All right, thank you guys for watching. We're going a little too deep right now. We're getting into like conspiracy, like Nintendo theories,
Illuminati, Nintendo stuff.
I like read on leaks and like theories all the time, and like
I think those things are interesting.
There's so many like weird things. Like the thing about Fighter Pass 2 is it's all been characters that like kind of were intended to be in the base game or have been like in the works for a while. So like for the last two, I've been thinking about characters like that were like possibly intended to be in the base game or have been like in negotiation for like a while. Like Steve supposedly like took like 5 years, like literally 5 years.
Wow.
To get the approval like of for the IP, right? Yeah.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was intended to be in the base game in some form. Arms was intended to be in the base game in some form. Thing about Sephiroth is, so like with Cloud in Smash 4, they didn't give a lot of content because people thought it was like stingy, but it was actually because the remake was in the works. So I kind of think they had a lot intended like so long ago, you know what I mean?
Right, like it was planned. Like maybe like Sephiroth wasn't like the character wasn't done on the base game, but like they had like a pretty like steady like okay, like this is a general idea of like here's our pool of DLC fighters, but like what order are we going to release them?
Yeah, and then the remake's a thing. They add way more content, music, another character, a stage. And now it's like they weren't ever being stingy in the first place. I really don't think they were. I think the remake was just in the works and they didn't want to like do too much.
Yeah.
Because it's like a whole different world with like Final Fantasy VII content in Smash. And then who else was in Fighter Pass 2?
We had
BYLETH? Or was that the ending for 1?
That was the end of Fighter Pass 1. Last character of Fighter Pass 1, I think.
Yeah, so is that all then?
Then Min Min was the first character.
Sephiroth, Pyra, Mythra. That I think that's 6. There's 6 characters in Fighter Pass.
Right, you're right. Yeah, that's the order. Yeah.
So like they were all like kind of like this base game or like intention. So like I don't know. I've been thinking about characters like that. Crash is like always a character to consider, but like he just hasn't shown up. So it's like, will he ever at this point? Especially because like the whole like. We were talking about Mario and Sonic and like the rivalry shit. Like, I guess technically at some point in the timeline, like it was kind of like Crash, Sonic, and Mario. So like a lot of people think it makes a lot of sense and it's like deserved. I'm pretty indifferent. But at this point, there's so like there's so like little to choose from at this point, kinda that like I'm fine with Crash. Like. I have Sephiroth. I don't care anymore.
Like Crash sounds hype, but I always think of like what would he do? Because like in the Crash games, like what he does is very simplistic, right? So it's like I can't really think of like a unique like DLC mechanic he would bring to the table. Like obviously they could just make him broken and like do some punches and kicks that connect and literally just like kill you at fucking 50 after he does some spin bullshit like Rob, right? Like they could just do that, right?
No!
Like that's. But like
treatment, dude, they're gonna give him the Sonic treatment.
Yeah, I actually think he would get the Sonic treatment.
Just very like dumbed down like character design. Like here's like 3 really good moves. Use them over and over.
He's
again,
like Mario.
That's all you do.
Mario's rivals, like you're not gonna get love.
They don't like him.
Okay. This is a real question. So, do you think we're gonna get a Fighter Pass 3?
Nah.
No. Interesting.
But Marcus, do you think we're gonna get more characters after Fighter Pass 2 that isn't a Fighter Pass?
Ooh, okay, that's maybe a couple. like a little couple add-ons, but not like a full-blown pass.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I don't know, because I feel like with an additional fighter pass, it's just good marketing because it just keeps people more invested in the game and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think we might get a fighter pass. I don't think it's like super likely, but I think it is a possibility. Just because I feel like Ultimate is just, it's such a huge cash grab for Nintendo that even if they don't intentionally do everything they could be doing to get more money, like freaking DLC comps, yeah, like I'm still surprised they haven't done that. But even though they haven't done that, they get so much money from this game that I'd be very surprised if they don't do something else.
Y'all think they're gonna add a sure hot macro?
No.
No.
Lol.
Just give up.
Yeah.
Don't even like it's.
Bro, they added the disconnect on the pro controllers. They might add a sure hot macro.
Oh my god, I saw that. That's so sick.
The first step to disappointment is hope, Marcus.
That's fine.
See the thing with the pro controllers though is that that's more of like a universal thing that people complain about even outside of competitive Smash.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like the short macro is like mainly a competitive Smash complaint, so I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, when people ask for like the buffer system to be changed, I'm like, all right, you are reaching.
Yeah.
Or for like rollback online, like, dude,
No, that's never happening.
Like that shit is not happening ever.
Mm.
Yeah.
And add one more frame to online. That's it.
They're trolling us.
It's actually crazy
They
how
know we're asking for it, and they're trolling us.
the best connection possible online, and there's still 4 extra frames of delay minimum, no matter what.
Just cause, like you could literally just take that away and like compensate for like the delay. But I think a big thing for if there's gonna be another fighter pass or more characters past the fighter pass, it's gonna be like how long is Nintendo gonna ride the Switch momentum, right? Because the Switch is way more successful than the Wii U. Wii U was like probably their worst system, like right? Probably. I don't know the exact stats, but definitely one of their worst systems, right?
Yeah.
And then it like a complete turnaround. The Switch is super successful. I think it's been a little over 4 years now that the Switch has been out. So and like I feel like the Smash community will kind of know when like they're about to like announce a new system or whatever, because we saw this trend in Smash 4 where like all the DLC characters were out and then they didn't announce any new characters. They had like one final patch, right, where they didn't add a character. They did like another slight nerf to Bayo and some other stuff, right? And then after that patch, it was just barren wasteland forever, and like we didn't get a patch for such a long time. And I feel like when we hit that with Ultimate, we can kind of expect like the new system, right?
Yeah. So every patch comes with a character, right?
Right, but like in that Smash 4 patch, I think the very last one, it wasn't like a character didn't get added. Like it was like a balance patch, and that was only a balance patch with no new character. Obviously now like characters are fucking rolling out like hotcakes, so we get a patch per character. But I think there might it could be a red flag if we like get a patch with no character, and it's kind of like, oh wait a minute, is this like they're closing out? Like this is our closing out balance patch. Like all right, here you go. Like have fun, guys. We're working on like the next Smash or the next system or whatever. So I don't know. We'll see. I think there's possibility for a third fighter pass, because I think they're gonna do because they came out with like the mini Switch, right? I think they're gonna come out with like some kind of like Switch Pro or something, like some kind of like it's a Switch but better. It's a better Switch kind of deal. Like that to me, that's what they're gonna do. And even to the extent of like, even if they come out with a new Switch, they could have like a new like port. I feel like Ultimate, even like when the next system comes out, I think they're just gonna port Ultimate to it, have like balance changes, and then like come out with new passes. Like I don't think, at least like the jump to the next Smash game, I don't think they're going to like have another Smash game. I think it's going to be an Ultimate port.
That's like a safe bet.
Yes, because of how successful Ultimate was.
Okay, my last thing about in terms of just random characters is like, it's been like, I think Zelda gets really poor treatment in Smash for how important it is to Nintendo. I think a new Zelda character is like almost a requirement at this point. Like we need like a Breath of the Wild 2 character or something. Like I literally think objectively like that is a requirement at this point. Like what the fuck?
Right, because I mean Zelda's such a core
Like look at the Zelda
like
franchise.
Nintendo's IP, right?
Yeah, like look
Yeah.
at the Zelda franchise in Smash. It's so disgusting overall.
Yeah.
It's not like it's just not right.
I
Yeah.
can totally see that, especially because it feels like the way that Nintendo's been pumping out some characters is to promote something. So yeah, what better way to release a character than to use it to promote Breath of the Wild to
Yeah.
or maybe even Metroid, honestly. I don't know what Metroid character they could do, but
I didn't even consider that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
the
see.
new like Metroid Prime or whatever.
It's weird because sometimes they do the logical marketing stuff and sometimes they play by their own rules. So
and sometimes they bring in Banjo and Kazooie, like
Yeah.
from left field. Like, when's the last Banjo game you played? Like, no new Banjo game coming out. Just like, yep, Banjo and Kazooie's in this game. It's just
yeah,
like, what the
and like
fuck?
with Pyra and Mythra, this was a character they wanted to add originally, or like a character from a game. They wanted to add a character from that game originally, and they're just like, okay, we'll do it now. It's like not a marketing thing, like specifically for like
right,
a
it
new...
didn't like line up with like a DLC
Yeah,
or anything.
there's no
like that. Like,
timing
it's
with
in
it.
and out.
So like they go back and forth. Usually they just play by their rules, honestly, because like the game is just that successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another safe bet for characters of Pokemon, honestly.
Yeah, 25th
New-gen
anniversary
Pokemon.
especially.
Yeah.
I thought during the Pyra Mythra reveal, I thought it was gonna be a Pokemon that day.
Same.
I thought that was the safest bet. I still think it was the safest
Yeah.
bet.
I think Pokemon at this point is almost always the safest bet.
Yeah. It's like it's been like suspiciously long.
Mhm.
We're waiting.
Right,
What
even
if
with
they
all the Pokemon news too.
What if they do it on the last character like they did BYLETH?
It'd have to be something actually like a second trainer for people to be satisfied.
A lot of people would be pissed for
I
sure.
mean-
If the last reveal was Pokemon, oh my
If
god.
it was just
people
like
would be
Urshifu
so
or
angry.
something.
Oh, people would riot, dude.
But
Or
if
at least like the
but if it was a
competitive
second
community.
PT, I think people would be happy.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, absolutely, absolutely.
But I mean, do you think they care? Because again, with BYLETH, they did it.
Yeah, dude. With Violet, they added it because they had to. Like they didn't want to put Violet in the game, but it like they had to for business reasons.
Yeah, because Fire Emblem's just so big, right?
Yeah.
And then it's just like they put it at the last character too, so it's like, dang, you bought the pass, hold that shit, like, hold that shit and get ready to buy the next one, motherfucker. Like, they are ruthless out here. Oh,
Alright.
Garchomp because of Sinnoh remake, that'd be hype. I'd be
Dude.
down. Damn,
Who knows? With Pokemon, it's like
there's so many options.
It's
like,
usually
actually so
it's usually the simple choice, but then like in the back of your head, it's like, but what if it's something hype as fuck?
Yeah.
What if it's just Gengar for no reason? Like, so stupid. Alright, it's been about 2.5 hours. We should probably call it. I don't want to waste Larry's entire day.
Yeah, and I mean, you haven't gotten sleep either, so you should probably get some sleep. I heard that's pretty
Yeah.
good for human beings.
Chat, I'm dead inside. But having responsibilities is good.
Yeah. I mean, today was super fun. Obviously,
Yeah.
there was like a lot to talk about, like
Yeah.
incredibly huge meta shifts. Obviously, adding a character that everyone like, even if you don't think they're top tier, you like know for sure they're still going to affect the game, right? There's going to be
Yeah.
good players that play them. Like, they're going to still affect the environment that you compete in. So, like, no matter where we kind of like put them, they are going to affect like everybody in terms of like content, in terms of
Yeah.
competition for sure. So that was really fun to talk about. Obviously, we finally got a patch that matters, not just like Fox there works. Yeah, like that's the patch. Like, we actually had a lot to talk about, so it was super fun just hanging out, obviously, and just talking about all the changes.
Do you guys have any questions for Larry specifically? Larry, do you have anything specific you want to mention before we end it, or?
FalcoGen is not real.
Don't worry, we all agree with you. This is like
All right.
you're safe here.
You're safe here.
That character
Alright.
fucking blows.
That character's slow.
Yeah.
All right, sick. That's
The thing
all I
is-
want to hear.
The funniest thing is, like, he likes hearing this from us, but out of all four of us, he probably thinks of Falco the highest. That's the funniest part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's out here
Absolutely.
talking about like the Falco agenda isn't real.
Hey, this is the way I see it. If I think highly of a character and everyone thinks they suck, that just gives me more credit if I do well with them.
True.
You're a
This is
low tier
absolutely
hero.
Yeah. You're the people's hero, Larry.
You know, those combos are just like, it's just skill, you know?
Yeah, dude, they're so hard to do.
Yeah.
Super duper hard, dude.
You have to drag them down. Like, oh my god,
He did
holy
what?
shit!
Wait, you have to fair and then click your control stick down?
It's an extra input.
Yeah.
You know what's
Kinda-
funny with the
kinda
whole
like how
system? You can just like
Joker's-
spam it.
Joker's drag down up air combos are really hard.
Yeah. Well, you have to jump and then up air and then drag down.
Yeah.
Pretty insane. Insane
Yeah.
gamer, dude.
Falcons are harder than that.
Well,
are you
with
gonna
Falco,
say
like,
why,
after the
or
drag-
is that it?
Oh no, that was the statement.
Okay, bye guys.
There's no reason. Yeah, that's it. They're just harder.